Unfiltered Brothers is on Patreon. Be sure to become a member and show your support for the podcast. Your support will help us invest in our business to help the podcast grow and expand our brand. There are 3 tiers you can choose from. Get early access to the audio and video a day before the episodes are available on streaming services and YouTube. Be the first to know about special announcements and get access to exclusive episodes or content. Also, 10% of Tier 3 will also be donated to a charity of our choice at the end of each year. So thank you in advance. Now back to the episode.
Welcome back to another episode of You Reach No Teaching, where we talk about hoops on and off the court, from my hometown to across the water. I'm one of your hosts, Derek, and with me I have my co-host with me, Aaron. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead, hit the like button on this video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share if you listen to this on whatever streaming platform. Make sure you leave us a rate and review. And yeah. So we back for another episode. Aaron, how you doing, my boy?
I'm good. My sound went out for a second, so that's why I went, yo, because I know what happened.
Nah, gotcha. Everything good there. Good. But yeah, how you been, man?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. You know, it's been a wild all season. And the thing is, I still don't feel like it's over yet.
That's a fact. I don't think so either. I feel like it's some more big moves that's about to happen. I don't know that KD one, we get into it, but it's a historic trade. But it was like, bro, who got traded, bro? Like, we only really cared about 2 teams. Like, everything else on there was so irrelevant. But I guess that's what you got to do now. You have to pay all these people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I said about it, but you know, we're gonna get into all of that, man. But I did want to start off the conversation because you know, I've been in the gym and everything. Just trying to stay sharp, especially when it's time to scrimmage these kids and everything like that. I wanted to ask you, when the last time you picked up a ball, man?
Yesterday, actually.
For real? Got a couple shots up?
I got a couple of shots up and it felt nice. It was one of those things where it was like you won't really like playing. You was just shooting the ball because you missed it. That was it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, that's what's up. Yeah, I was on the ice. I was like, man, I don't know. My boy been in the gym at all. I think the last time we probably was in the gym together was when we coached. So, oh, that been a long time ago.
Yeah. Like I haven't played a pickup game in about 2 years. Shot a ball and won. So yes, it was the first time in a year I shot a basketball, and it was nice. For real.
It felt good.
It did. It really did. Because it's like I was just in the gym after a quick 30-minute workout. You know, sometimes one, that's what you have time for, and sometimes that's all that's necessary. You know, you don't need to do too much. So I did a quick 30-minute workout. I was like, let me go up to the gym real quick. Went to the gym, got a few shots up. Some went in, some didn't. You know, that's how it go. But it was like, this was nice. Like that was all. And I just put the ball back.
That's a fact. That's sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't even go in the gym to look for a run. Sometimes I just want to go in there and just shoot. Because it just feels good. You know what I'm saying? Just go in there and get a couple shots up. Especially when you got a court, half of the court to yourself. Oh yeah. Ain't nothing better than that.
Absolutely.
Ain't nothing better than that. But bringing up coaching, because I was thinking about middle school. Have you seen like these I don't know if it's on your algorithm or not, but is these like middle school kids like making commitment announcements to high schools?
Boy, look, I haven't seen much of it, but talking about it, because I was talking about one of my boys this past 4th of July weekend, because he's seen it more than I had. I was like, they really doing that? He was like, oh yes. I said, all right, now look, that's a little much. Um,
bro.
but go forth and prosper. That's all I got.
Bro, when I first seen that, I said, bro, we got to keep the main thing the main thing. What are we doing? To high
Yeah.
school? Bro, that's wild. And they make
Hey,
like a
but you know what?
flyer.
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
Like, but oh, I was gonna say, but they balling for high school prom now, so it just don't surprise me.
I ain't talking about prom. They doing it.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't come out like that. Honest. But nah, I seen that shit. I was like, bro, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? They got the hell. But some of the niggas be ballers though. But I just hate when people do
Hmm.
stuff like that and then like it don't go far. Like, I just hate seeing
Yeah.
shit like that. Like some of the kids, like, well, probably majority of the kids, we probably won't know once they get to senior year or something like that. So it is what it is.
Hmm.
But shout out to them. Keep doing your thing. Keep
Yeah.
hooping.
Hmm.
Keep
That's
hooping.
why I said go for it. Best of luck.
That's hilarious. But what are the things that one of the things that happened after we recorded the last episode? Uh Malik Beasley is being investigated by the NBA for allegations for sports betting, gambling. Um, and I'm not sure if these are official because you know how the internet be. But they
Hmm.
brought up the question, a couple of videos of Malik Beasley that was questionable. And one of the ones that, of course, we seen it on Shaq and the Fool was when he just froze in front of Tyrese Halliburton. Like Halliburton hit him with a move or something, and he just froze and stood there, and Halliburton went right past him. And
Right
then
past them.
the second one video that was in question was when they was down by 9 after
Hmm.
the free throw or whatever. I think like 2 seconds left. He got the inbound, sprinted down court to get the layup. That was the second video that was in question. The other video
Hmm.
was from this past playoffs when Detroit, and the Knicks was going at it, and they had
Hmm.
a chance to, I think, either win or tie the game or something like that with a three wide open with his hands out of bounds. That was another video that was in question.
Oh,
So,
man.
Aaron, what you think about these allegations?
Three things. One, I think that we've taken the phrase bet on yourself a little too literally.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Oh, number two, it don't look good. Like let's just be real. It don't look good. Like, cause I'm a person where I don't believe to me, I've always said accusations are fancy or is a fancy word for shit. That's how I described it. But accusations necessarily mean you did it. It's just someone assumes that you did something. But this leads to the third thing, the evidence. The evidence don't look good for you, family.
They did.
Like
They did.
it does it it doesn't look good. And talking to my boy, shout boy Deron, we had a conversation about this. I think that NBA players need to stop betting on NBA games. I think that the new gambling rules don't have too many restrictions. And I think that they need to, if you want to bet on a game, bet on another league. Bet on the WNBA, bet on the NFL, bet on MLB, bet on hockey. Like you that should be a new
That
rule in place.
simple.
You can't bet in the league you're in.
It's that simple. It's that simple.
But that's all I got right now for that.
Yeah, that
Man.
that shit was funny. Especially watching Club 520 podcast when they talked about it, man. I was like, bro, it can't be. This can't be. I knew it was something funny, especially when you start acting funny. um towards Giannis, like Giannis wasn't his boy or something like that. Like, oh, you mad? Like you must have had a
Hmm.
bet in. You must have lost a bet. That's your boy. Like let him do your dance in front. No pause, but let him do your dance in front of you. Like it won't even that serious, bro. Like nigga got mad about
It
that. Like
wasn't.
I bet he had a bet going for that game. Cause ain't no way you got that bet off of
Hmm.
that. Oh man, but we'll see. We'll see what turns out from that. Terry Rozier, he got cleared from his allegations, so I guess shout out to him. Shout out to him
Yes.
because his was serious too. His videos were
Hmm.
crazy.
Oh God, man,
Yeah, it's so crazy stuff. But
it
um,
it is.
yeah. But before we get into all the moves that's been happening in the off season since last time we recorded, um, I forgot. I don't know who was it? Oh, I think the interview was with Jamil Hill,
Mhm.
with CP3, Chris Paul. But pretty much he asked him, when he think how long he got left, and pretty much said at the most a year. So eventually, like he's a free agent right now, but eventually, if when a team sign him, um this will be his last season playing. Um, so I just wanted to start the conversation off with one of my top five favorite players, um, Chris Paul. Just giving him his praise and his flowers for what he's done in the league, what he's done in professional basketball, all his accomplishments, and just his
Mhm.
influence on that point guard position, like point guard. I didn't really hear that. I didn't hear that until it was referring to Chris Paul. So, you
Same.
know, shout out to the point guard himself. But yeah, Aaron, just what you think about the announcement, and just his career overall.
Great career. Definitely a basketball Hall of Famer. I personally believe Chris Paul's a top 5 point guard all time. The only thing I will say though is I told you he won't gonna beat John Stockton record. That's it. That's all I got. Like, cause he would need 3,308 assists this season to beat it. Now
But
I don't think he
listen,
gonna get that.
you lucky this is last season. You lucky because he played all 82.
He
So
did.
and if he just averaged what, 9 assists, like he's getting close. Like,
He's
because
getting close,
he
but
will be there. But you lucky.
he would have to average 40 assists a game for all 82 to break the record.
Nah, he's gonna for 3 years. I said because I gave him 3 more years. Well,
Okay, if we
not
gonna break it
including
down to
so
what,
two more
three
years.
years.
I gave him before he made this announcement. I had gave him this season and another season. So I was like, yeah, he'll get that.
All right, so if he would have played 3 more years, he would still have to average 13 assists a game for those 3 seasons.
He could do that. If he was still on the Spurs,
I don't know. I think he could get 9. I do see 9. I don't see 13.
and you just got Wimby with you, and you added Fox over there.
Well, yeah, it's like theoretically the possibility with that team, hell yeah. But with all the other pieces for that team, 13 assists for 3 seasons, I don't know. I don't know. Just because they still got some new pieces that still need to adjust to the league. That's all.
I I only think it's possible because I mean, it shows that at we don't like it because it's today's basketball. We don't like how Chris Paul
Yeah.
slowed the ball down. So, but that just goes to his longevity of how he plays the basketball, just his, basketball IQ when it's time to change the tempo of the game. Um, so I think with adding De'Aaron Fox to the team, he was still on the Spurs. Um,
Hmm.
and you got Castle over there, and you just drafted Harper. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Which was a great pick
man,
for them.
yes, that's a fact. Um, at his age, the only thing you got to worry about is facilitating. And I'm not saying it's gonna be easy, but if they
Yeah.
gave CP3 at least 20, 24 to 27 minutes a game, he can get 13. But
You think his legs can handle that?
he probably that's what I'm saying. He probably won't play those minutes.
Mm,
That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing I'm saying. I know that
mm,
his age now and the role that he played, he's not gonna play the big minutes. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? Like, so that's the only
Yeah.
factors. You know what I'm saying? You gotta factor everything in. But if those weren't factors, my boy was getting that. My boy was getting that.
Oh
Tell him.
man. But look, I also say this too about CP3's career. I'm excited for what's next. And I say I'm excited for what's next. Personally, I think he would be a great head coach. I think he would be a great head coach in college and then can transition to the NBA. But it's just he's so knowledgeable of the game as well as he brings that intensity from being a player to other players. And we see how basically he shaped other teams. We saw what he did with the Thunder. We saw what he did with the Suns. He elevates teams when he goes to them. Like we saw with Clippers too. It's he is someone who really can impact the game off on the court, and I strongly believe that he can do it off the court. So even though this is his last year, great career, like I said, top five point guard all time, definitely basketball Hall of Fame. I'm excited for what comes next because I hope he's still in the realm of basketball because I think basketball needs Chris Paul.
Yeah, dog, that's a fact. Basketball definitely need a basketball mind like Chris Paul. Like he's one of the smartest to ever play the game. Um, and we seen it on display ever since he got in the league. Um, I was thinking about just like that prime because they was talking about it on Club 520, but just how kids view Chris Paul now, but they didn't see that prime Chris Paul and don't really know, like, especially when they be trying to like throw like current comparisons, like this
Hmm.
current point guard versus prime. Like, nah, bro, it ain't even close, man. It ain't even
Yeah.
close. But it had me thinking about just the point guard debate during that time. Chris Paul, um, Aaron Williams, and
Mm,
how that was the point guard battle, doing pretty much for our generation. Then the generation after that, I was trying to think of a battle, and I came up. Let me know if you agree or disagree. I came up with John Wall and Kyrie. That's the next
mm.
generation's point guard battle.
I can see that. What came to my mind first was Steph and Kyrie, but I see why you would say John Wall and Kyrie because they saw each other four times a year. John Wall was top five point guard in the NBA during his prime. Like 2012 to 2015, John Wall was nasty. You could argue that he was the best point guard in the NBA, realistically.
That's what
Like
I'm
he had a
saying.
very fair argument. It's and the crazy thing too is if he didn't if he would have rehabilitated his one leg, I think it was his right leg. If he would have rehabilitated his right leg, or right or left, I think it was the right. If he would have rehabilitated like he was supposed to properly do, oh, his prime would have lasted another 4 or 5 seasons. But it's crazy that he was still doing what he was doing, basically on one great leg and one okay leg.
Yeah, I that's what I'm saying because like that's why I kind of made the comparison because Darren Williams had what like 14, 15 seasons maybe in the league.
I want to say 14.
I know his last team was like Cavs was on the
Hmm.
Cavs team. I think that's one of the last teams taken. But I was comparing him with John Wall and pretty much Chris Paul with Kyrie just for longevity wise.
That's fair. I think that's valid. I think that's very valid.
Yeah. So I was thinking about that. For this current one, I don't know. I don't know. It ain't no point guards there. of course, you got SGA now. I mean, you could throw Luca in there, I guess. Yeah, yeah, you could throw Luca in
But that's
there.
the thing now is we don't have a lot of
General,
guard position
yeah.
battles anymore.
But not even that. Well, would you consider SGA generational?
I'm not at the moment.
Yeah,
Not at the
I'm
moment.
not. I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing it either. No disrespect. I hope it don't nobody takes it
Yeah.
disrespect, but I don't really consider him generational. But when you just talking about Wall, just and Wall was he was oh, and he was taking his team to the playoffs.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like All Star bids. You know what I'm saying? I think he got more than Kyrie, or they about the same if I'm not mistaken. But John Wall might have more All Star bids than Kyrie if I'm mistaken. Um, might be wrong on that. Might be wrong.
I'm not too sure. Like I'm not too sure on that point.
Look at it right
But
quick
I
because I
I
want to
like
give you all the
I
answer.
wouldn't have thought of the comparison.
Yeah, that's I've been thinking about that for a while because I was seeing a picture of like our point guards. It was a picture of him. It was a picture of Wall, Kyrie, Steph, Westbrook, and who was the fifth one? It might have been Chris Paul if I'm not mistaken. Um,
It probably was Chris Paul.
I think it was Chris Paul, but yeah, it was those five point guards, and I was like, yeah, John Wall is like, even though you would rank him last in that five, like he was one of them. Like he
Yeah,
was one of them.
he was.
So
He
that
definitely
would
was.
make me think. That would make me think about it. So John Wall got five. Nah. So longevity wise, Kyrie definitely, yeah, Kyrie got way more. He
Mm.
got nine so far. But if you won't hurt, if Wall won't hurt, lucky.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. But it's like, damn, my bad. Waking up.
It's all good.
Um, but realistically, it's like that's why I said I'm not sure if we got a lot of great guard battles anymore because it's like during Wall's prime, you still had Rose, you still had Chris Paul, you still
Oh,
had
that's who was the fifth one. My fault. It wasn't Chris Paul. It
oh
was
D
it was
Rose.
Derrick Rose. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Like even what you call it? I see his face in my head, but I can't say his name right now.
Shit, you had
But
Mike Conley. Niggas sleep on Mike Conley.
yeah, Mike Conley. There we go. You had Mike Conley, who was who had a better prime than what we give him credit for.
It's a fact.
You
He
know,
part of
like I
that
do.
Grizzly run in that late,
Hmm.
or that early tens. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. And even um like this is just me personally. Even Dennis Schroeder, like he gave some guards some. He still does give guards issues realistically, but it's like Chris Paul has had some great guard battles over like his career. And I think that looking at back at his career, a lot of the younger generation, if they would go look back, just 10 years ago, like 12 years ago, you would see that he was a problem and that he's definitely someone who if he's not in your top 10 of point guards, I'm gonna say you just hating. I'm sorry. I am. I'm gonna say he's just hating. Like he don't gotta be number one. He don't gotta be number five. He's in my top five. But if what he has been able to do more so, I'm still giving for the impact wise. So like you put him on the Thunder, and everyone was like, "Yep, they definitely gonna be the 13th seed. They were the sixth."
Mm-hmm.
You put him on the Suns. Oh, at best, first round exit. They went to the final. Like when he went to the Clippers, it was like what they gonna do is the Clippers, and consistently they were a consistent playoff team, a consistent 50-win team. Um, if he hadn't gotten hurt, they probably could have went to the Western Conference Finals a few times. But
Yeah.
having those guard battles and those comparisons that he has had to other people, it's a lot of of oppositions who he's seen in his day that he can definitely get the best of. But the comparisons you made, reflecting on it, I'd say it's pretty spot on.
Like that. Uh, Um, but yeah, speaking of point guards, today's point guard, MVP himself, SGA, just signed a record record extension. 4 years, $285 million.
Hmm.
For SGA for the super maximum contract extension. Um, and congratulations to him. He just was revealed as the 2K, on for the cover of 2K. So shout out to SGA. But
Hmm.
when you hear $285 million for 4 years, usually it's a 5 year
Or,
deal, but this is four.
hmm
What comes to your mind? What is your first reaction when you hear that?
My first reaction, I would say, when I hear that is they're playing the long game. And I say that in the manner of they still have so many first round picks in the next couple of years. You don't know who you about to get. And being completely realistic, I think that they're planning for not just to continue to grow the roster that they have. I think that they're also planning for just in case things shake up and move because I'm not saying this is gonna happen, but we still don't know what Giannis about to do. And if I'm being completely honest, I trade Chet Holmgren for Giannis. Like I don't think that's a
Nah, they ain't
no-brainer.
doing that.
Like they not doing that, but it's like the point I'm making is like OKC probably is gonna become one of them destinations where you never know. Someone like look,
Yeah.
not Chris Paul. Paul George was going went to the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard went to the Clippers. Like I think other teams besides like LA, and Miami and New York are becoming appealing. And I think that they're playing the long game because the GM been playing this long game since 2013. And yeah, it's like finally paying off now. But I think that instead of it being for 5 years, it being for four, there was probably conversations had with SGA that are along the lines of we want to get you paid, but do you want to get paid or do you want more rings? Because you don't get that other 285 mil for that fifth year. That's 285 mil in that fifth year we can use to extend Jalen, Caruso, Hortenstein, Chet. We can bring in somebody. Like, you never know who now will want to be traded. You could get someone like a Jimmy Butler, like that caliber of player who wants to go there. Like, we don't know. And I think that they're being smart as well as he still got his money. Because
No,
at the
that's
end of the day, if they don't go back again, you still arguably are the best team in the West. You still have a very good core group of players. You still got paid and you still won a title at the end of the day. So that's how I see it. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
yeah, that's a fact. Um, I guess there's a couple things like what you mentioned. Next season, they could still be potentially the best team, and the best team in the West. But I think you got to add something else if you want to compete. Western got better.
Yeah.
Western
Yep.
got better. But I was thinking when I seen that money, I was like, God, well, first I was like, God damn, I wish I took basketball more serious because niggas getting money like that. Oh my God, bro, that's crazy. 70,
Hmm.
70 plus mil a year?
Yeah, I think he make like 1,124 a second.
Just waking up. Just woke up and got money. Ain't had to do nothing.
Yeah.
Ain't even brush his teeth yet. And he already made that
Nope.
money. You know, I
Nope,
was like,
ain't even eat breakfast. He ain't even
I was like,
stretch. His eyes just open.
stomach empty,
Thousand.
stomach empty, ain't eat nothing. I was like, God damn. I was like, motherfuckers out here getting money.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's some other people that sign contracts. Um, that I was like, how you get that? But just thinking about
Man.
the future of OKC, I think a lot of people have asked these questions, especially when you start seeing young stars on the team emerge into actual good players and that got a name for themselves. So eventually, if Jalen Williams get on another All NBA team or another All Defensive team, they're gonna end up having
Mm-hmm.
and make an All Star. Become an All Star day, be an All Star day year. You gonna have to give
Mm-hmm.
him the max too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got players like Chat who
Mm-hmm.
still potentially can be one of the best. I don't know where. Well, people don't like. I don't know if he the 4 or 5. He more of a 4 to me, but he played a 5.
Yeah.
So I don't want to call him, a big, but he gonna be one of the more special players in the league. You know what I'm saying in the
Mm-hmm.
upcoming future. So you got those three
It's true.
players still becoming better players. It's gonna be hard to pay some people. But just listen to other sports podcasts and what you bring up, just the draft picks that they still have. They're able
Mm-hmm.
to utilize those assets, and just continue to develop their young players and get another Caruso or somebody that can have the same impact Caruso had coming in at a veteran minimum, and still, what I'm saying, get pieces in the draft and everything like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I was taking that into taking that into consideration, but just the way the
Yeah.
money been going now, just the trades that been happening because they gotta pay these people over here. I'm like, bro, they
Mm-hmm.
ain't gonna have enough. They ain't gonna have enough money to pay all these people, bro. And I don't
And
see
I
I don't see the OKC becoming. I don't think there would never be, where if they do, it'd probably be another 20 years from now. But I don't think there'll be another dynasty in the upcoming years.
and that's valid. That's very valid because you got to pay everybody at the end of the day. I think that it's one of those things too where looking at how the off season is going, I think that's why everything's happening how it's happening in Boston right now. You know, they probably sat back and was like, damn, I don't think we can pay everybody. So that's why I was saying, like, that adds to my point of like this contract with SGA. I think that's why it was 4 years instead of five, because in the next 5 years, you still have what, nine first round picks, seven first round picks.
I think so.
Um,
It's up there.
it's up there. I know it's close to 11, but you still have cap space, great amount of picks, and now it just comes down to the players because I think this is also a concern is we don't have a lot of Tim Duncans. We don't have a lot of Tom Brady mentality people in the NBA now. It's like, okay, I'm gonna take 300 mil less so we can pour that back into the team so we can at least be in the finals multiple times for the next few years. It's like, nah, I'm with all of that. I want give me all of that. Or give me like 90% of it. So I think that that is an element at play that ownership is genuinely worried about because Jalen Williams, let's say we can't offer him what he want, he leaving. That's our fear. Same thing with like Caruso. Same thing with people like Chat, who I still think is tradable. I like him, but I think he's tradable. Um, but I think that a lot of owners, especially OKC right now, are looking at how the long game has benefited them. But they're also looking at other teams around them because look who else the long game has benefited. The Nuggets. They won. Joker got MVP 3 times. Look at how it benefited Boston. They've been in the conference finals almost every year when Tatum and Brown were together. They won it all. And now they realize we can't pay everybody. So now they traded Drew. They traded Porzingis. Al Horford leaving. Which we'll call it. Damn, Derek White may leave too. They said him and Jalen Brown are both up for trade talks. So I think that's one of the things we're like, okay, how can we have a dynasty and not just have 15 minutes of fame? And
Yeah.
it's tough. Like being in those rooms right now, I don't think it's much celebrating happening. Like, yeah, we just won and all cool, but let's get down to business. Let's crunch the numbers. Everybody bring your pens and calculators because how much Pablo gets signed for again?
I think it's potential. Hold on, I wrote it down. He could potentially
Hmm.
make up to what we got? He could potentially make up to 287 million
Exactly.
because he got a couple of
We gonna
incentives
give
in
that,
there. But if not, I think he's guaranteed
mhm.
like 230 something.
And we gonna get at the six people.
Yeah.
Like, I hope I'm making sense of what I'm
Nah.
saying. I I love this for SGA individually. I just do hope that this is still part of the long game. At the end of this, in the next 5 years, we can at least go back twice and win once.
Right. Um. I don't mean to bring. I don't mean to bring him into it, but it's one of the reasons. Like I think kind of hated Melo going to New York instead of Chicago for the money.
Hmm.
Um, and I think we just didn't like we fuck with Melo, but I think we just didn't like that mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at that point, even though people still think about it now, at that point we was really like, bro, rings, of course, and it still do, but when you talk about people legacy, I think it's more than that. But we was like, bro, go get a ring. You got Rose over there.
Hmm.
Like, go go get you a ring, bro. And Chicago had a good team at that time, and he could have fit in. He could have fit in well with the team that they had
He
at that
could have.
time. When Noah, I think Taj Gibson was over there still.
Hmm.
But yeah, like it was some good plays over there. But when you talk about just the money that you see people making now, and I'm all for people, I'm all for people getting their work. You know what I'm saying? Get paid for what you worth, but be reasonable too.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like even though I'm a part of the problem too, you don't get on these sports shows and debate teams, even though it's a team sport. You get on here and talk about players majority of the
Hmm.
time.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, and I think with me is like I think, and I'm not saying I would have been a D1 athlete or anything like that, but I think when I got to high school and got on the varsity team and everything like that, I shift my mentality because in middle school I was a scorer. I was
Hmm.
strictly a scorer in middle school. Like I had the most points in the season. You know what I'm saying? For a while.
Nice. Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I think I don't know who got me. Got somebody came in and got me done.
Hmm.
Um, but I shift my mentality to be a team player. Like just
Hmm.
do whatever I need to do for us to win. And I became more
Hmm.
a facilitator. And that's why I like every when we had the awards at the end of the season, I always get most assists. I wasn't really scoring like that. So
Hmm.
it's like if I guess that's just my bias because that's how I, what I'm saying, grew up in basketball and my
Hmm.
mentality when it came to a team sport. But you know what I'm saying? You got some people that just, more selfish, you know what I'm saying, and just strictly about themselves. But it's like, bro, it's like, what difference does like nah, I mean get your money, but what difference you making like 250 and they be like, bro, we'll give you 235.
Hmm.
Like, I'm pretty sure you already, if you making that much money, I'm pretty sure you already got like advertised, you know what I'm saying, sponsors outside of
Hmm.
that. So
Hmm.
you making more money than you already making anyway. You
Yep.
can't take a 10 to $15 million cut, $20 million cut, so we can get somebody else on this team to win.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And like I think that's why I hate that mentality, bro. Like, bro, it's a team sport at the end of the day. Get your
I
money.
agree.
You know what I'm saying? People, if people watching this, they'll come on here and be like, oh, you're a Kobe fan. Kobe, his last 2 years, he took the two for 48. You know what I'm saying? You right.
Hmm.
But fuck it. It's Kobe. It's Kobe. Like, I think he should have got paid more than that for what he went through those last
Hmm.
couple years on that fucking team. Like,
Hmm.
what are we talking about? Um,
I
but
think I
go
think
ahead.
to add to that too, it also depends on where a player's at in their career. Because I think now, I think players look at their prime as this is my best time to get all the money I can because I'm balling. But in me personally, I would want all my money towards the end, and I'll take a nice chunk of it or like some of it while I'm in my prime, especially if I have a good team. That's why I said like, the Tim Duncan mentality. If like Tim Duncan out here giving you 25 plus 13 boys and like 2.5 blocks, and you offered him this much, but he was like, nah, give me this much. I'm okay. The rest of that can go into what we had, which was Kawhi Leonard, Ginobili, Danny Green, Tony Parker. Hell, like even like the smaller things too is like, okay, now coaches can get paid. Now trainers can get paid, things like that. Versus it's like now you in your prime, cool. Give me all of it. Okay,
No,
well,
that's a
if
fact.
we give you all of it, we can't there's a chance that we can't bring back A, B, and C who helped us win the chip. That's cool. I'll figure it out. I want my money.
I wonder, this is probably, you probably can't, but I wonder, can you put verbiage in a contract where it's like, you know how the Bucks gotta pay Dame now the rest
Yep.
of his money, and then how what's my guy name? I'm bad at names, but he like the baddest motherfucker in baseball right now. Play on the Dodgers.
Oh, um, um, I know how to say his name. Shoot, give me a second. Give me a second.
So oh, I can't pronounce that. I'm
O'Shea.
bad with names. Oh shit, yeah, I think it's close to that. But he the
Hmm.
baddest, like one of the baddest motherfuckers outside of Aaron Judge. When you talk
Oh,
about New York over
Shohei
there, Aaron,
Ohtani.
yeah, he got that $700 million contract, but
Hmm.
he readjusted it where pay him over more years. You know what I'm saying? I wonder,
Hmm.
can you, if you're gonna get your money, but can you like structure the contract where, okay, realistically, we want you here 4 years,
Yep.
but to be able to pay people, we're gonna pay you this over 10 years,
Hmm.
even if you're not with us.
Hmm.
I wonder, can you put something like that in contracts? I feel like that help a team out way better
I
than
agree.
what people doing now. You ain't got to worry about, you know what I'm saying, the luxury tax and everything like that. You pick a certain amount that you pay them for that year,
Hmm.
but continue to pay them the rest of that they deserve.
But I think what makes it harder now too is aside from the brands and endorsement deals that they get outside of it, is I think that's the mentality of the athlete in general now is majority of the athletes is where's my sponsorships, where's my money? I want all the money because at the end of the day, we don't know what's gonna happen. So I'd rather get all my money now and be kind of set for life realistically. Like, we see that in with college players right now with NIL. And how they can also go back and get sponsorship. Because I know it's like one football player, like from Hampton, Sydney, he got a sponsorship with Bojangles, and don't know how much he had, but I was like, that's kind of cool. But someone, an athlete right now, actually no, like Shador Sanders had one with I forgot what watch company he had, but he had one with a watch company. You never know. Now you may get someone with Zoom or State Farm. Like Caitlin Clark had State Farm when she was still in
Mm.
college. So it's one of those I think it's a mentality now of like, dang, you got this much and you really ain't balling like me. And I know I'm balling more than you. Okay, now I need more money. Cause it's like who was it? Like no disrespect, but like Flo J at LSU, she's a decent player. I would say she's good, solid B plus player. I believe she's gonna go to the WNBA. But the money she's getting right now compared to like who I want to say compared to like a rookie right now who just got drafted, that could be motivational. Like, nah, like if she getting all these deals with laptops and all this other shit and like headphones and everything, I'm like, nah, yeah, where my money at? Because she playing for a school, I'm playing for a team, organization. Give me my bread. And now, okay, well, we kind of got to give him his money because even though we were the 11th seed, he led the team in scoring, rebounds, and steals. And he was the reason people came to see us. So we got to kind of give him his money. But now we really set back. So I think it's just that's the mentality now of like the athlete now is we see others getting what we think we deserve too. So now let's go get more. And that goes back to what you were talking about, which was go get your money for what you believe you're worth, but be smart about it. I don't think a lot of people in these rooms are strong enough to tell them to be smart about it because you don't want to risk losing your product.
Gotcha. I think sticking with um sticking with that example, the Flaude, and just trying to tie it with um what I was saying. I think, yeah, you might see people as a hooper, just strictly hooper, like you might see Flaude and be like, bro, I'm better. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Way better than her. My talent is way better than her. She just on a bigger platform or whatever like that. But you gotta also think about, you know, with Flaude, it ain't just about hoop with her. You know what I'm saying? She brings
That's
more
true.
to the table. So she
Hmm.
especially with being a rapper, having a song with Wayne and everything like that. She got some dope songs. I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. Um, it's more she brings to the table, so she's more valuable in that sense. And I heard somebody having this conversation, but it's like it's hard. I think the problem with NILs is like it's hard to actually put a value on what an incoming player is worth.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Flaude is what, a junior now, so we kind of see what she can do.
Senior.
She was already she a senior now, so I mean, and she was on
Hmm.
a championship team, so she got more experience. But when you talk about just incoming players, incoming rookies, and I think that was the issue that we didn't necessarily have with Ace Bailey, but we had with his reps, his agent.
Hmm.
Just you thinking you're this valuable and you haven't even stepped a foot on a professional court yet, on a
You
college
didn't even
court
practice
yet.
yet.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so people who have that type of mentality, bro, it's like, bro, we don't really need you for real. Like you a dope player, you know what I'm saying? But similar to
Hmm.
motherfuckers that's in jail now that had all the talent in the world. You had your opportunity and you lost it. Like, bro,
Yep.
it is what it is. So I hate that type of mentality, bro. Like,
The
bro,
entitlement.
yeah, that entitlement stuff, bro. Like, go somewhere else with that, bro. Like,
But
people
that's the
really
day
work
and
for that
age we
shit.
in right now.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm trying, bro. Niggas got to work. Like, and I know I'm one of the motherfuckers that be like, yeah, this, of course, a lot of change since over years, especially with technology, the improvement with technology and everything like that. I be trying to stick up for Gen Z and all their complaints and shit, but niggas still got to work. Niggas still got to work,
Hmm.
whether for your career, whether in the sport, whether for your education. Niggas got to work for what they got, for what they want.
That's
Like,
true.
niggas
That's very
ain't.
true.
I don't give a fuck if what you did at that school. You ain't do it here yet.
Hmm.
You ain't already. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got no you ain't got no brand yet. How
Nope.
you gonna come in here and demand stuff? You ain't even got a brand yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like you ain't a rapper coming into college. Like you ain't got you ain't got a clothing line coming into college. Like, bro, what are you bringing us? We are already a top ranked school. Like,
Hmm.
how much value are you bringing us, bro? You demanded
Yep.
this money. Nah,
Yep.
I think that
But
shit
like
got to be incentive based. I
exactly.
mean,
But then
performance based, not incentive based, performance based.
absolutely. But then bringing that back to SGA, he has performed. We were the first seed last year and this year. We got to the finals and we won.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Versus like,
He
someone like,
deserved it.
and so it's like he deserved it. So it's like one of those things where it's like you in the conversation having that room, it's kind of hard to argue against that, you know, because and let's also say this. Let's say this was the amount that SGA wanted, but they wanted to give him more.
Yeah.
Let's say it was something like 320, and he was like, nah, 265.
But this is, I don't mean to cut you off, but this is also why I kind of
Go ahead.
respect him signing right now, because they said if he if he waited to sign the extension until after next season and he had the same pretty much the same performance as he did this season, or whatever, all NBA, whatever, he may not even have to win the title. But if you have the
Hmm.
same performance next year, it was gonna be 300 something.
Hmm.
So it was gonna be way more. So it's like I kind of respect him for to go ahead and be like, nah, I just take it now. I don't necessarily
Hmm.
need, what I'm saying, that extra money, even though that's a lot. Even though
Hmm.
I could use that for some shit. But
Hmm.
this is a lot of money too. And it's a historic deal. So I'll take this right now and let y'all keep the other amount of money.
Absolutely.
That's what I was gonna say about getting money. It's a lot of broke people out here. I'm just saying. There's a lot of broke people out here. I'm just saying.
That's
Um,
fact.
Sticking on money. I guess shout out to my man got his money and then got surgery on some shit at his toe or some shit. But my man Darren Jackson Jr., Triple J,
Hmm.
agreed to a 5-year, $240 million max renegotiation and extension. That includes a player option in his final deal in the 29-30 season. And I think we was having a conversation. I don't even think he didn't make anything this season.
No.
He didn't make anything. And we was having conversation about him potentially being defensive player of the year after Giannis. I mean, not Giannis. After Wemby got injured.
Hmm.
So it's like, and Gil mentioned it, but he was like, bro, pretty much it's like he got nothing. So he could have been eligible for like a $300 million contract. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel
Hmm.
like everybody ain't into conspiracy theories, but these motherfuckers be in group chats
Yeah.
be like, hey, bro, don't vote him for anything, bro. We ain't got the
No.
money for it, and we ain't about to give it to him because he ain't Ja Morant. No disrespect,
Hmm.
but he ain't Ja Morant. He ain't bringing in the money, the revenue like Ja is. So we gotta
Hmm.
pay him 300, and we ain't about to do that. Go ahead,
Yeah.
hey, big dog, do me that favor, and I'll get you that trade down the line. I give you job maybe 3 years from now. You know what I'm saying? 4 years from now. But you do me this
Hmm.
favor right now. Let us keep this
Absolutely.
bread. Ah, yeah, we ain't paying that dog. But shout out to you. Shout out to your extension, bro.
Hey, look, to me, that's an example of like, oh, he got them because he got that money. He really had to do shit. Like he had a decent season. They had their ups and downs as a team, but y'all really paid him like he was third in MVP race.
Bro, they just giving out money, bro. They just giving out money, and that's why it's like, bro. I'm sorry we still on this topic, but it's like, bro. That's why, motherfucker. I'm glad. I'm glad people are more financially literate
Yes.
and they not letting people screw them over. They more business savvy and everything like that. But at the same, but motherfuckers, look, some of y'all ain't worth it.
Yeah.
I could speak on it because I ain't worth it. And I know
Yeah.
some of y'all ain't worth it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, bro, motherfuckers looking at this is like, bro, I just gotta be the most talented motherfucker in the league. But the league is
Mm-hmm.
about to dumb down. The league is about to
Mm-hmm.
dumb down the way they throwing money out here. Bro,
Is this why?
motherfuckers is becoming the most paid player, and they ain't even in GOAT conversation.
Nope. Is this partially why you said there may be another strike?
Yeah, it's gonna be a lockout because they ain't gonna be able to pay these motherfuckers, and motherfuckers want shit that they don't deserve yet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's true.
it's a lot of money, bro. It's a lot of money getting thrown out here.
It is a lot of money getting thrown.
Think about it. Like, really think about it, bro. You see, bro, all this money that's being thrown around in the NBA right now, bro, it's crazy.
Hmm.
It's crazy.
I just I sit back and look at this, and part of me is envious. But then the other part of me is like, maybe I don't gotta give it my all. You know?
Bro, that's why I be saying, bro. And when you got, bro, I don't like calling dude name out, but 40, 45, 47.
Mm, 45, 47,
He,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't qualified for what he doing right now. So what I look like? So what I look like doing all of this? So and me saying this is just going back contradicting everything I said previously when I say your ass got to go out here and work hard. Yeah, work hard. But sometimes this shit don't matter. Sometimes
Man,
this shit don't matter. Man, nah,
God, look.
it's not common. It's rare. You'll see
Yeah,
the examples because it's easy to highlight, but it ain't the majority. A lot of people work for what they got, but the
that's true.
motherfuckers that don't, bro, you envy those motherfuckers right there.
That's true. That's so true.
You envy those motherfuckers, man. I'm
Oh,
telling you, bro.
man. But I think this is what has not what is highlight. I think this is part of why this has been, in my opinion, this has been probably the biggest off season in the last like 5 years.
Nah, I can agree. I can agree. It's being moved. I'm just
God.
I'm just trying to get to it myself. God damn. But want to bring up the W real quick. Shout out to everybody balling that's in the W right now. Definitely want to give a shout
Hmm.
out to my girl, Angel Reese. You've been shutting the haters up. We got a hater on the pod right now. You've been shutting them up. You've been going out there balling.
Oh yeah, she been
5 games in
balling.
a row,
She
15
been balling
plus
for 2 weeks.
rebounds. 5 games in a row, 15 plus rebounds. I think the stat was like averaging like 17, 17 and 4 or something like that.
17,
Crushing.
17, 15, and 4. Yeah.
17. It was 17.
I saw it was 15. I'll be honest. I saw it was
See, hater.
15.
Look. We got a hater.
Look, I
I
really
seen the
thought it was.
17.
Man, look, I'm gonna say this. I want her to keep it up. I really do. I want her to keep it up. Like, don't let this be just 2, 3 weeks. Cause it's like we all see those athletes. Like I'll use Buddy Hill. Buddy Hill would have like a month where you
That's it
thought
too.
like Buddy Hill will have a month where it's like, dog, hey, he nice. He's like that. Then for the next 4 months, you forget he on the team. I don't want her trajectory to be like that. I want this to be a lasting effect. Keep working on your finishing. Keep working on your mid range. You don't need to take no threes. You don't need to really take them. You got other people on the team for that. Keep working on your mid range. Keep working on your finishing, and she gonna be even better than what she is right now. Oh, and the handles. You
No,
got do that.
that's I was trying to think. I was thinking of something when you talk about Buddy Hill. Buddy Hill had those gays because you gotta look at it. His stats, like when you just look at the amount of threes or whatever, he up there.
Mm-hmm.
Like he up there. But he'll like his game is like Kawhi's health. Like, like when Kawhi is playing, bro, he is one of the greats. He got to play,
Mm-hmm.
but he don't be playing because he hurt. And
Facts.
then when you talk about Buddy Hield's game, when he on. And then he
Mm-hmm.
go missing for more majority of his career. Like Kawhi be out. You know what I'm saying? So, but when he on, that's why he, you know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
nah, yeah, nah. Shout out to Angel though. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I like when, you know what I'm saying, they threw out the stats of like, you know what I'm saying, even if she do get her own rebounds, if you take them away, she's still at the top of the board. They ain't fucking with her. They ain't
Oh man.
fucking with her out there. So
Oh
she could get her rebounds all she want. They ain't fucking with her on the boards. They ain't fucking with her. But nah, shout out to her.
God.
Shout out to Paige too. Paige been balling
She
when she's
has.
playing. I know she was
She has.
hurt for a couple games, but she
Hey,
been
look, I think her lowest
defensive.
game, like the past 10 games, she played like 22 points.
Yeah, bro. She been balling. Shout out to her.
Mm.
Yeah, shout out to everybody out there that's balling. Shoot,
Oh yeah.
the new team,
Oh, the
Golden
Valkyries.
State
Yeah.
Valkyries, they got an all-star on their team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're in their inaugural season. So shout out to them. I see I keep saying my girl, but she was on USC with Juju last season.
Mm-hmm.
Kiki.
Yep.
She got that all-star bid too. So
Mm-hmm.
shout out to everybody that's in the W ball. And let me see. I know that All-Star game will take place July 19th, 8:30. This is taking place in Indianapolis. So I mean, that's probably one of the smartest things the W done in the last couple of years to having it in Indianapolis, of course. Caitlin Clark,
Mm-hmm.
Indiana Fever, of course. And she a captain this year. They actually did the draft while we were recording. So I'm not currently looking at that right now, but she was a captain.
Oh,
Caitlin Clark
Caitlin's
was a
team is
captain,
stacked.
and Nafisa Kalia was a captain. I bet.
Mm-hmm.
I do have the starters. Shout out to everybody. I don't want to go down everybody's name, but because I can't even pronounce everybody's name, so I don't want to butcher it. But the starters, Aaliyah Boston, shout out. Paige, Ricky coming in, shout out. Caitlin Clark, of course, Nafisa Collier, um, Alicia Gray, Sabrina,
Mm-hmm.
Nakia, uh, Brianna Stewart, Asia Wilson, and Sabali. Shout out to y'all. Those are starters for the All-Star game. 8:30,
Mm-hmm.
July 19th. That is July 19th. That's a Saturday. Hmm, interesting.
Yeah, that
Uh
is interesting.
if I'm back in the crib, you know what I'm saying, I'll watch it. Um, but hopefully it go well.
Yeah.
Um any conversation around the W that you need to bring up?
Shout out to them for launching the expansion teams. You know,
That's a
two
fact.
distant, I do hope they bring back the what you call it. I do hope they bring back Charlotte, and I do hope they bring back Houston in the future. But
I'm trying to figure out why Houston is like not first ballot. You just talk about teams to bring back.
I don't know. That's above my pay grade.
Cause it's like no disrespect to the other cities, but even though the cities that you bring in team to, have the NBA, already have an NBA team there, that's great.
Hmm.
So you don't necessarily have to build stadium. Or you may build stadium. I don't know. You may just theirs.
Yeah.
But you talk about a lit city,
Hmm.
bro. You got KD coming back to Houston.
Yeah,
Houston been lit for a while.
that's true.
James
Sometimes a little
Harden
too
can't
lit.
stay. James Harden can't stay away from. He was hoping he get traded back to the Rockets because he wanted to go back to Houston. Strip clubs down there. I don't know anything about it, but I heard it's
Same.
like that. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been to Houston. That's still on my bucket list. Yeah, it'd be hot. You know what I'm saying when I want to go, but I gotta let it cool down.
Hey, look, me and my boys may be going next summer. You know, you welcome to come.
Hey, let time. Yeah, definitely gotta make it. Definitely gotta make it to Houston.
I said, you
Um,
welcome to come.
oh, look, just let me know. Give me detail.
Absolutely.
Give me details. But yeah, like Houston, they won your first four championships in the W. Like that's a
Hmm.
lot of history there. Like a lot of great players um that came through that. So it's like, bro, why not Houston? Like Houston lit. I feel like
You will make a
you'll
lot
get
of
more
money in
ad,
Houston.
yeah, like you'll get more ad dollars. You get more marketing dollars coming through Houston than with Portland. Like if you really want to make money, like you would think Houston, Charlotte, like you would think those cities would be the first cities you go to instead of
But you know,
Toronto. No disrespect to Toronto or Portland. Who else? Cleveland
Detroit.
is one. Detroit. Who was the? There was another one. It was five. I can't think of it right now. Not
I
coming to
can't
me.
think of it right now either.
Oh, but it was five though. But yeah, you was about to say something.
No, all I was gonna say was I think that this is another problem that, and I think Polo mentioned it. Polo and Blurred Images and Quincy talked about it last time. Is you got people in charge who aren't thinking about basketball.
Nigga, nigga. That's what. And I don't mean to go back on conversations, but that's kind of what I was when you talk about the sale of the Celtics. You talk about the sale of the Lakers. Of course, those are two two of the biggest markets in basketball. You got Golden
Hmm.
State. Got of course you got the Knicks. That's most likely that's coming soon too. Like
Yeah.
we got all of these teams that's being sold, but it's not. It's getting sold outside the family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like so you're gonna set you're selling to businessmen or business women,
Hmm.
and
Yep.
their main goal is to be profitable. They don't
Yep.
necessarily give a fuck. I mean, I'm not saying they do or they don't, but don't necessarily give a fuck about the players. They
Now.
invested in this organization, and their
Hmm.
main job is to get their return on investment back, and
Yep.
as quickly as possible.
Hmm.
That's why they shipped Luca as out quick.
Yep.
Now Boston just got sold, and now you giving away Drew Porzingis. You saw that Tatum is going down. Oh, and let's pick Derek White and Jalen Brown in rumored trade talks. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that wouldn't
Hmm.
happen with the same. You know what I'm saying? Owners, whatever.
Hmm.
Like
We didn't hear no rumors like that when Mark Cuban was majority owner of Dallas.
what?
We really didn't. Like even then, like without social media, we really didn't. We really didn't. We don't even hear stuff like that right now with we don't even hear stuff like that with Charlotte because even their owner loves basketball. You know, even though Michael George showed majority of it. The only thing we hearing about them right now is like, good luck. You know, best of luck. Do what you got.
It's yeah, it's bad. You know, but you're right. They don't love the game. They don't love it.
You know.
That's like when you shared that lockout season.
Mm-hmm.
Just the runs that happened with LeBron, Steph, KD, Chris Paul, that John, just all the. I think what that was what 2011. That was
Mm-hmm.
2011, 2012, going into 2012 season.
Yep.
Um, bro, yeah, Hoop, Hoops was fun. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
bro, they don't let it game like that no more. It's more about the money.
Yeah, basketball is a business.
It's more about the money, and like I'm not saying I ain't even gonna throw that out there. I might save it for like I might save it for like I might just write it down in 3 years from now. I might say it depending on the trajectory of this certain player that I'm thinking about.
Hmm.
Um, I ain't gonna say it because I ain't gonna put that in the atmosphere like that.
That's
I
understandable.
hope
That's
not.
understandable.
I hope not. But yeah, niggas don't love the game. Niggas don't love
You
the game.
know. Mm.
Um, but yeah, let's go ahead and get into some NBA talk.
All right.
Definitely want to start off with um, some coaching signing. One of them was an assistant coach signing. Jason Kidd selected Frank Vogel to be his lead assistant for the Mavs. You like that? You like that decision right there?
I think that went over a lot of people's heads. Like you got a
That's a great
defensive,
signing.
like that's a great signing. You got a coach who specializes in defense to be your head assistant coach, who, when we saw him being a head coach of teams, the best attribute was their defense. So, and then you got PJ Washington on the team, you got AD, you got Lively, you got Gafford, you got Hardy. You don't got Hardaway anymore, but you got guys who already are
Right, Cooper
defensively.
Flag coming in as a hard worker.
Yeah, exactly. Like you have added another vital component to your coaching staff. So that signing, I think a lot of people online were just like, the fuck is he gonna do? Like,
Championship coach.
all right. Like, don't be surprised if Dallas top five this year.
Bro, we're getting to that too, especially after we talk about all the trades and all the moves that have been happening. But yeah, congratulations to Mike Brown.
Hmm.
Well, first, congratulations to Frank Vogel. I mean, um, for getting another job. Deserve it. But moving on, Mike Brown, he's the new head coach for the New York Knicks. How we feeling about this decision right here?
I like Mike Brown as a coach because he's still an old school coach. Like he still loves his players and he'll respect them, but it's one of those things where it's like he's not a pushover. Like a lot of people don't remember the good job he was doing in Golden State for a little bit. Um, before, you know, everything happened how it happened there. Mike Brown's a very good coach. I just don't think I'm crazy about this signing, but I do believe that he may have been the coach they needed.
Uh, yeah, I respect it. Um, I think looking, I was looking more towards Mike Malone. I thought they were gonna
Same,
reach out to him,
same. Because he's
interview
he still don't
him.
got a job right now.
Mm. He pretty much just like an analyst. Like he was an analyst. Bro, that's nothing too. I don't know if we ever touch on that, but you ain't about to fire me and I'm about to be on TV doing the playoffs and talking about my team that I
My
got
team.
fired from. Like, no, I ain't
I'm
about
off the grid. I'm off the grid.
I'm not that professional. Shout out to
Yeah.
Aaron. I haven't took therapy yet. So I'm not there. So you not about to fire me and think I'm still about to get on this TV and be 3 days before the fight. What are we talking
Yeah.
about? 3 days before the playoffs.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? But I thought Mike Malone was gonna get a call for the interview for the position. But um, I mean, it's not really my team. I don't really care. But I'm not mad at the signing. Like you mentioned, Mike Brown is a good coach. I'll say he's a great coach. I mean, he's been a part of great. He's been on the staff of some championship teams, especially with the Warriors. So he's learned a lot. Being a part of that staff and having success as a head coach himself. Um,
Hmm.
and I think with Mike Brown, I think the relationship that he he'll have with the players is important, as you brought up. Just how he's a player coach and everything like that. He's not a pushover and everything like that. And I think that was,
Hmm.
one of the reasons that they got rid of him um at Sacramento. Because I mean,
Yeah.
he had good players, but he wanted pretty much accountability. He was an accountability coach.
Hmm.
Like he ain't gonna hold his tongue, whatever. Like he had that to say about Fox, whatever. But I mean, what you want a coach to do? Like, well, I'm just keeping it real. So
Yep.
I think he fits well. I think his personality fits well with the Knicks. I think well I think it's a good sign because his personality fits well with the Knicks, but at the same time, I kind of think it's it's a con because Mike. I wanted Mike Malone because I feel like he'll bring more fire to the Knicks than what
Mm,
Mike Brown would do. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No disrespect to his leadership style. But
that's
I think
fair.
Mike Malone would bring more fire. Like the signings, I mean, you just got who y'all just picked up? Picked up Clarkson,
Mm-hmm.
and you just picked
Just
up bro from Philly who dunked on LeBron in the
the
Olympics.
French dude, yeah.
Yeah, just picked him up. So we've been talking about a bench. Got a bench now. Well, you got a
Mm-hmm.
couple pieces on the bench now.
Yep.
Of course, you got still got McBride. So yeah, you have a
Mm-hmm.
bench now. So and I feel like I need Cat to turn like I needed him to get in a boxing ring or something. Like I need
Yeah.
that aggression to come out more. Talking about Cat, I think Mike Malone could. You know what I'm saying with coaching Jokic, I think he could deal with somebody like Cat.
Yeah.
Kind of similar. I think Cat has a better handle or whatever, but they kind of have a similar. They have similar talent. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Similar talent. So I think Mike Malone, in my opinion, I thought Mike Malone would have been better, but I'm not mad at the Mike Brown signing. So shout out to bro.
Oh yeah. I agree. I agree.
Shout out to bro. Shout out to bro. But some just listen to some of the re-signings that didn't happen. Just not all of them, just some notable names that you would at least heard of um throughout the season. Pretty much Bucks signed everybody back. Um Kevin Porter Jr., Prince, uh Gary Trent Jr. all signed back.
Bobby Portis.
Who? Oh
Bobby
yeah,
Portis.
yeah. Bobby Portis, yep. He was early on too. I think that's why I
Mm-hmm.
forgot about him. But yeah, him too. Oh yeah, Jericho Sims. He's
Mm-hmm.
another one. So pretty much same team. Same team over
Yep.
there. Um,
Oh
we'll
yeah,
get
yeah,
into
yeah.
it. We'll get into it, but of course they, Miles Turner went over there.
Mm-hmm.
My guy, Jacob from I can't pronounce his last name, but the center from the Raptors. He
Mm.
4 year extension, 104 mil. Get your
Mm-hmm.
money.
Yep. Go
We don't
ahead.
watch your games, but get your money. Like you make it. That's what I'm
Keep it up, young
saying.
blood.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like when the last time you watched a Raptors game?
When they played the Lakers,
I, that don't count.
that's it. I say that's it. I say that's it. That's my honest answer. That's
You know what I'm saying?
it.
Like, bro, 104 mil. Shout out to you. Uh, Speaking of the Lakers, Jackson Hayes signed back with us on a 1 year deal. Kyle Lowry agreed to return back to the 76ers. I guess. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
I guess. And we already touched on it, but Ben Sherrill, his 5 year maximum rookie contract extension
Yep.
could reach up to $287 million. I know it was early. I'm not sure if it was before we recorded the last episode or after, but of course they had the Desmond Bain
Mm-hmm.
trade.
Trade.
He's now in Orlando,
Mm-hmm.
and KCP and Cole Anthony in Memphis.
Yep.
Um, I'm kind of getting into it early, but I don't care. It's a conversation. So, where do you see with Ventura extension that signed with that trade? Where do you see the ceiling for Orlando for next season?
I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now. The Orlando Magic will be the number one seed in the East next year.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I'm kind of hesitant. Like I don't know where I want to put them yet.
At the least
Um,
top three, but I'm putting them at the number one.
I agree. Top three. I definitely got him top three. I don't know. I don't know if I could put him over the Knicks yet.
That's
Um,
understandable.
Knicks yet, or I mean, respectfully, Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put respect on it.
Yeah.
Same team. I don't think they made. I don't think nobody left that's important, anything like that. But you got to remember that they was hurt in the playoffs.
Hmm.
Not using that as an excuse, but just imagine them coming back healthy, and then you
Yeah.
sign Lonzo as your backup guard. That was a nice signing. So
Hmm. It was.
so Cleveland and Knicks, I think those are my top three right now. Those are my top three right now for the East anyway.
Gotcha.
But just that ceiling top three, they'll definitely make it out the first
Hmm.
finally
Yeah,
next season
they will.
because they signed Tyrus Jones.
Yep.
Like, I mean, he ain't a big name, but he's good at that position.
Hmm.
He
He's
plays his
effective.
role. I about to say he plays his role. He's a team player. And so that's somebody good right there for the point guard position. So yeah, they definitely get out the first round.
Hmm.
I don't know what the season will be like, but we'll say that for next season. Um, but they'll definitely make it out. I don't care who they face. They'll definitely they making it out the first. I can't speak on the second right now, but they'll make it out the first. Um, so some free agent signing. So Dante Exum went back to the Mavs, 1 year deal. Carlos LeVert, 2 year deal with the Pistons. Mason Plumlee, 1 year deal with the Charlotte Hornets. Brooke Lopez, 2 year deal with the Clippers. Luke Kennard, 1 year deal with the Hawks. Alexander Walker, 4 year deal with the Hawks. Already said Tyus Jones. Dennis Schroeder, 3 year deal with the Sacramento Kings. Dinwiddie went down to Charlotte Hornets. Duncan Robinson went to the Pistons. Ty Jerome, he went to the Memphis Grizzlies. Tim Hardaway, 1 year deal with the Nuggets. Kevon Looney, 2 year deal with the Pelicans. Bruce Brown went back to the Nuggets. Gary
Yep.
Harris, 2 year deal with the Bucks. Um, already mentioned him. Finney Smith, 4 year deal with the Rockets.
Hmm.
Lil D'Lo, D'Angelo, D'Angelo Russell, 2 year deal with the Mavs, and then some of the bigger free agent signings of you got DeAndre Ayton signed with us, Los Angeles Lakers, and then you have Miles Turner, 4 year deal with the Milwaukee Bucks. So out of the out of free agency, what signings stood out most to you?
You forgot one.
What's that?
The big one.
That's a trade. That's a
Oh,
free
right.
agent.
My bad.
I
My
know.
bad.
Look,
You
I know
right.
what you're talking about.
All right. My
I know what
bad.
you're
My
talking
bad.
about. I know what you're talking about. I'm here. I'm tuned. I'm tuned in.
The biggest one, I think, name, okay, because this is how my brain works. I see two. One was big name wise, one was big team wise. I think the name wise was Miles Turner because you needed something to help Giannis stay there because you lost Brook Lopez because he went to the Clippers. Um, so you needed a center, and I could get why Miles wanted to leave, but at the same time, I also wonder why he didn't want to stay because I think he would have still been in a good position. But I think name wise, that's the biggest one. Just because I don't want to get that the definitive one because we still don't know what Giannis is going to do yet. The signing that
But would
I
Giannis
think is
be
actually going
Giannis not
to
a free agent though, right? Or
no,
it would have to be a trade. Gotcha.
yeah. So And I say what Giannis going to do not immediately, but long term, because Miles turned to sign a 4-year contract. Giannis, I think, is a free agent next season, like at the
I
end of next
believe
season.
so.
So that's why I say name wise. But actual impact on the court wise, I'm actually going to give it to the Clippers because you went and got Brook Lopez. You got a center who's going to stretch the floor. Zubac can come in now and do what he does, still play those good minutes. You still got Harden. Um, I know a lot of people weren't crazy about the trade with Norman Powell, but you added someone who, even at his age, is still a very good rim protector, still can give you a good amount of solid points and solid rebounds a night. And you added, like, basically you added another anchor to that team because realistically, if y'all don't re-sign Ben, you did need another good defender. And even though Brook Lopez is a little bit up in age, he still is a very good defender. So I think impact wise, that was good for them. I think that realistically, a lot of the signings were very good. It was very good for the teams, but I'm gonna be completely here right, completely honest here right now. I'm gonna give it to Jordan Clarkson going to the Knicks. I think that was something they needed. Was they needed another two guard off the bench who brought that grit, that grind, great volume scorer. Um, hi- his game will not affect Cat, Jalen Brunson. Like it won't bother nobody. Like he'll be out there, he'll do what he has to do. It's legit perfect for him. So I know what I said just now, but overall, I'm giving it to Jordan Clarkson for both the name and the impact.
Gotcha. Uh, nah, I agree with that. Name wise, of course. I say Miles Turner because I think I even had. Oh, it may have been another group chat, but I was like, I don't know how Miles Turner is still with the Pacers. I don't know how he's still with the Pacers, bro. No disrespect, but I was like, how he's still with the Pacers. Um,
Hey, he must have liked it
yeah, I still listen.
there.
He's the longest tenured Pacer. Like, shout out to you.
hmm
Um, I think impact wise, I think not just one specific signing. Um, I think team wise, I would like you saying it's a lot of good signings. I'm not even gonna lie. I think Nuggets did a good job. We'll get into it, but not just with the free agency signings that Bruce Brown as well as Tim Hardaway Jr.
hmm
But the trade that took place with the and we get into it with Cam Johnson and Michael Porter Jr. That trade,
They was waiting to do that. I'm sorry.
yeah,
I had
nah,
to say that. They was waiting to trade him.
their opportunity opened up and they said yes. It is our time. When he plays shitty in the playoffs, I say, oh yeah, it's no way he's coming back. And
hmm
like I understand he had that injury, bro, and like he's supposed to be him. Like Michael Porter Jr. is supposed to be him. Like I see him coming out of high school. I was like, nah, bro could have went pro after high school, in my opinion.
hmm
That's how
I
that's
agree.
how well his game was. His game was polished already. Like as it scored like him, he would have did okay right out of high school. But like you said, bro, they was waiting for their moment and they capitalized. So I think Nuggets, I think Denver did a good job with the signings. Pistons, 6 seed last season. And I think, what happened with what's going on with Malik
Yeah.
Beasley. You know what I'm saying? You bring in Duncan, who's another
hmm
great 3-point shooter for you. So you
Yep.
cover that basis.
Yep.
And you bring in Levert, who's a
Yep.
great role player, can be productive, either starting or
I'm
you
not
can bring
saying
out the
he'll
bench,
go lock anybody up.
lock anybody up. So those are two good picks. So and you still got a good coach over there in
hmm
JB. So next season, I mean, I'll say that. I'll say the prediction for later. I'll
All
say that
right.
prediction for later. But yeah, so Knicks, Nuggets, Pistons, anybody else? Mm, I think overall, I might could throw Atlanta in there. Might
Okay.
could throw Atlanta in there. With the Luke signing, the um Alexander Walker signing,
Yeah, that
and the
was a good
trade
signing.
that took place with KP. So yeah, it's a lot. We'll get into that too. See who your sleeper team is for next season. Next season coming up. Um, let's see. So get into the trades that took place. Just I'm not going. It's a lot of them, but just some. So Miles Turner left the Pacers. So the Memphis traded their center Jay Huff to the Pacers. Utah Jazz traded Colin Sexton and a second round pick to Hornets for Nurkic. Let's see. Lonzo Ball, we covered that.
Hmm.
Kings are trading Jonas to the Nuggets for I'm bad at names. Sacred. That's his last name.
Mm.
Um and Denver told him, hey, abide by the contract. Take your ass over
You
here.
playing?
Don't you take your ass over there. You
Hmm.
playing, my guy.
Yep,
Ain't
you
going
playing.
nowhere. How they say it on Don't Be Menace. You ain't going nowhere. Yeah. You staying right here. Hold on. Give me 1 second. My computer better die. Let me plug this shit up right quick.
Well, while Derek is plugging up his computer, I just want to say thank you all so much for supporting us. Thank you for checking out. Thank you for checking us out on any platform you listen to us to on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to us. Just want to say thank you all. Also, make sure you hit up the page too if you want to be a guest. You know, be wonderful to get other wonderful basketball minds up here to have conversations. Just continue to rock with the show and support us. And just thank you. Just thought I'd just get that out there.
That's why he here. That's why he here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they told my man he ain't going nowhere. But Pelicans, they traded CJ McCollum and
Man.
Kelly Onyx to the Wizards for Jordan Poole and I can't pronounce his name. And I'm not about to say it because I'm gonna say it all wrong. But last name Bay and number
Oh,
40
Sadiq.
pick. Yeah, Sadiq. Yeah, there you go. What else? What else? What else? Uh, so yeah, the KP trade. Porzingis went to the Hawks. Where is Terrence Mann is going to the Nets. George, what is his name? He's going to the Celtics. Then speaking of Celtics, Drew Holiday was traded to the Trailblazers, which he's
Man.
highly upset about.
Yep.
Um, before Anthony Simmons
Simons.
Simons.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, I'm not mad at it for the Celtics. But unfortunate situation for Drew Holiday. Um, I know he's probably one of the few players who probably only got 3-4 years, if that, left in the league. So
Yeah.
him just going to a good contending team or at least a playoff team where his minutes is viable. I know that's probably important to him. But business, and motherfuckers don't give a fuck where you go to.
None.
So
None.
uh what else? What else? What else? Let's see. Oh, what you
Damn,
wanted to
Drew.
talk about? Denver shipped Michael Porter Jr. ass off to the Nets for Cam
Yep.
Johnson. Um, that's a great switch.
I think that's a great switch. I
That
really
is a
do.
great switch. Like Cam name been getting thrown in the air for a couple teams.
Hmm.
Just on different platforms. And really sit there and think about it, be like, this is the perfect one. This is the
Yep.
perfect fit. And then Michael Porter Jr., if you want to, like Nets is the place to do it. You
Yeah.
got Cam
Go shoot
Thomas
it.
over there.
Go shoot it.
You got both of them motherfuckers. They only average 2 points. I mean, 2 assists each. They don't pass the ball at all. So they just got hoopers over there. They gonna get
Hmm.
that ball and let it fly. So if you want to go over there and average 20, 25, there's your chance, Mike Porter Jr.
Hmm.
But the game that you're playing, it's not helping us win.
No.
So we need you out of here.
Hmm.
What you think about that trade, my guy?
Oh, I'm gonna keep it simple. I loved it.
Loved it.
That's it.
Loved it.
That's it. I
Wonderful.
loved
And speaking
it.
of cams, so we thought, well, I thought, I don't want to speak for anybody else. I thought they was going to keep this individual, but Houston Rockets traded Cam Whitmore to the Washington Wizards for 2 second-round picks. How do we feel about that trade?
I thought that was a dumb trade. Like, again, I think that was a long game trade where you can now acquire assets and now you have trades to trade. I mean, picks to trade. But I think y'all should have kept him. I do. I think y'all should have kept him.
I agree. I thought he was a good young talent coming off your bench. As
Hmm.
long as you give him the opportunity on the court, he was going to show you something. He was going to be productive defensive wise. He was going to get something out of it. Um,
Absolutely.
so yeah, I didn't. Unless they know something that I don't know, I don't agree with that. I don't
Yeah.
like throwing away your best future. Nah, let me not say that.
Pieces.
Sengun is your best future. But when you talk about those young players coming off your bench and helping you win and everything like that, Cam is one of them. So
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna at least keep him. I mean, you got rid of Jalen Green
Hmm.
and you got rid of Dylan Brooks. So I
Yep.
thought you was gonna at least keep Cam. So I don't know. Don't know, but it is what it is. I wonder what Wizards got going on. Like it's like they got it's good names over there, but it's like I don't know how they gonna miss.
Like they would be a hell of a college team.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what they got going on.
Me
I don't
neither.
know what they got going on.
But I'm not gonna stress
Um,
over.
yeah. Um, 3-team trade. So it's between the Clippers, the Heat, the Jazz. Clippers received John Collins. The Heat received Norman Powell, and the Utah Jazz received Kevin Love, Kyle Anderson, and a 2027 second round pick from the Clippers. How we feel about this trade right here? Or who you think won it? Like who you think got the most value out of this trade?
I'm gonna be honest. I think the Jazz got the most value of it out of it because you got another player, and not Kevin Love. I'm sorry, Kevin Love probably gonna go the UD route, and just
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was about to say Kevin Love ain't gonna be no useful over there, but he gonna be a leader. He gonna be
Yep.
that vet, that voice in the locker room, and
Hmm.
he gonna be just like his teammate. He gonna be just like UD and just sit on that
Yep.
goddamn sideline and coach from
Hmm.
the sideline. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yep. He gonna be UD for you. Now, I think that a lot of realistically, I can get it like trading away Powell because he was honestly, while Kawhi was out, he was your best scorer. And he was a very high volume scorer, good defender. I can see why you're upset at losing that asset, but being completely honest, y'all needed another power forward because you didn't know which because Ben is still a free agent. So like while Ben Simmons is still a free agent right now, you needed another power forward, and Collins is it. Cause like right now, your start like you got Collins, either Zubac or Lopez is your starting center, Kawhi and Harden, and now you stick what you call it? What's the brother name? Trey Man? Is it Trey Man?
Yeah.
And now you got Trey Man. I like that lineup.
Well, no. Trey Man went to
No, not Trey Man. Yeah, no, he left. He
no.
left. My bad.
You right. No. You right. It is Trey Man.
It is Trey Man. Okay, I
It's
like
Trey.
that starting five. Cause
I'll think of Terrence. Terrence man.
I got you. I do. I like that starting five because right now, like I said, Ben Simmons is still up in the ether. We don't know what he about to do. So you needed to make a decision. I think this was one where, like, yeah, we had to sacrifice a very good score for our team, but now we gained size, defense, and a little bit of offense. I know John Collins isn't like the best offensive player, but he's gonna come there and he's gonna help make that defense a lot
I about to
better.
say he's not, but he was a on Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta.
On Atlanta, he was like that.
He was
Catching
like,
lives like crazy.
but to say now you got another lob threat. You
So
got
Is Brook coming off the bench?
that's the thing. It's like who's starting? Like because either way, I like the starting lineup. If it's Zubac, Collins, Man, Kawhi, and Harden, or if it's Lopez instead of Zubac, I like both of those starting
But I was
lineups.
the way the way shit looking is the way like Thunder, the number one teams, the way
Hmm.
Cleveland doing it, the way the Thunder doing it, where you got Allen and Mobley, and then you got Hardenstein
Hmm.
and Holgram over
Check.
there. You know what I'm saying? You may want to start. You may want to start Brook Lopez and Zubac. Put Zubac at the four.
And
And
bring
then you
Collins
have
off the
Collins at
bench.
the three.
Or
You just
that.
have
Or
you have a big lineup.
you could.
And you have a
You
big
could.
lineup, but you won't clog the lane because Brook Lopez can shoot threes.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
you have Lopez, Zubac, Collins, then you have Kawhi at the two,
And then
and then you
Harden
have
running point.
Harden running point. That's a big lineup,
That is a
but
big lineup.
but I think it's potential in that.
Because Harden would be the smallest one at 6'5".
I think it's potential in that. And then now you got to have two guards guarding Kawhi,
Hmm. And
usually
now
it's
that
three.
pick and roll is gonna be nasty with Collins. Because it's
Yeah,
like he fast for his size. I think that's one of his underrated attributes is he's very fast. His twitch muscles is very good for
Collins
his
will
size.
be Collins will be the Clippers PJ
PJ
Tucker.
Washington.
PJ
Oh,
Washington.
I was at PJ Washington
PJ
because you
Washington.
saw what happened when they put PJ at the three sometimes. Like he was always faster and stronger and bigger than his matchup.
Yep. That's exactly. I'm not mad at it.
That's why I said I don't mind this trade. I can see why you don't like it for losing Norman Powell, but I think you did. This was one of those things where it's like, what Skip Bayless be saying? Addition by subtraction.
Hmm. That is a fact. So yeah, I'll go with I'll go with the Clippers for this. Norman Powell, I think he'll go down there. He had a great season last season, almost a all-star.
Yeah,
I think he'll go to Miami and continue
I
that
agree.
streak going on. So I hope he I hope he thrived in there. And it's the East now. So it's like people hurt. So
Hmm.
he got a better chance this year becoming an all-star. So
He does.
he just gotta continue the ball. And then the last main trade um that happened, it happened between 17s, but I really only care about two. But the 17s are the Rockets, the Hawks, Brooklyn Nets, Golden State Warriors, the Lakers, the Timberwolves, as well as the Suns. And so the main thing we care about is the Suns receiving Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks. They got the 10th pick of this year's draft and 5 second-round picks. And then the Rockets receive Kevin Durant as well as Clint Capella.
Hmm.
Now, me and you had some conversation about this. Just how good was this trade? Was it worth it? Was it worth it getting? I kind of mine's is still the same. The Cam trade kind of threw me off, but just the
Yeah.
original trade, you know what I'm saying? You was like, is it worth it? uh giving away one of your young stars coming up. KD is on the tail end of his career. We don't
Hmm.
necessarily know how many years he got left. So was it worth it? And me on the other hand, he's like, bro, he needed a closer. You needed a closer. Jalen Green didn't get it for you. Get it done for you. Why not get the one of the best scorers in the history of the game who's still giving motherfuckers buckets? Why not get him? So that was our like small debate. You don't think they're gonna make it out the first? I
Nope.
think they're gonna make it out the first. Where is this coming from? Where is this coming from? Why don't you think as a 2 seed
Hmm.
last season, why don't you think this move right here makes them even better?
Because if I'm being completely real, this was desperate. I think this was a little too desperate. And I don't think that that Houston made the best long-term decision. I I don't know who to compare it to right now, but they made a short-term move. Now, I see what you're talking about with the other still young pieces that you kept. You know, you still have young players there. So they're going to be here when Katie's gone, like in the next 3, 4 years. But I think that's one of those things where, if I'm being completely transparent, two things really get me about this. I don't think it was worth it because I don't think teams like investing in young players anymore. But we look at teams investing in their players. We look at OKC. They just won it. We look at Boston. They won it too. I think that w a lot of teams look at Orlando right now, with the players who they had, a lot of them were there and they developed there. I think that a lot of teams, and this to me, this is bigger than just basketball. This is like sports in general. I can talk about this with the NFL too. I think a lot of teams are too eager to win now and are content with winning now, but not winning later. Like look at the LA Rams. They they said fuck them picks. Get us everything. Get us Odell. Get us Matt Stafford. Hell, get us some of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. Like we won the Super Bowl, and now we ain't been good really since. I think that this is the same thing with the Thunder, another Thunder, with the Rockets. I think that you got KD, but let's look at the track record. Brooklyn failed, Phoenix failed. I don't see how this is going to be so different because I think that a lot of the younger players on this team are going to be too reliant on him, as well as KD has past few seasons to no fault of his own. He's missed 40 games, maybe 35 at the least, being hurt. So now it's a little bit different when you on a team like Brooklyn where he can miss some games and then reinsert himself and it's okay. But you playing with these younger dudes, a lot of younger players rely on a player like Kevin Durant. I seen it like even like playing pickup. Like, rest in peace, Monty. One time we was playing pickup with him and we was just passing him the ball and he was shooting. At one point he picked up the ball and said, "Hey, y'all gonna have to stop relying on me to score, bro. Y'all can score too." And he started like refusing to score basically. KD's not gonna do that. KD gonna, shoot the ball. But it's one of those things where are these young players gonna still go do what they did when Jalen Green was here? I don't think so. And then the other thing too, we got to stop letting names still think that the player is going to be productive. LeBron James, prime example. I don't give a damn he's LeBron James. The Lakers are not a great team right now. Yeah, we're the third seed last season, cool, but that was also because the West had a whole bunch of injuries and a whole bunch of BS happening. If it was not how it was for at least 70% of the season, we probably would have been a play-in team like we would have been. Kevin Durant's name to me just ain't enough anymore. Like, yeah, he's gonna go, he's gonna be efficient, he's gonna shoot the ball well, he's gonna be a double team magnet, but I don't think that that's gonna be productive in the long run. Is now Is Houston's goal to win the chip in the next 3 years with KD? I think so. I just don't think that's realistic. I think that this year you get to the first round, you lose. Kevin Durant misses about almost half the season. Your young stars still do good, but I also think you didn't give Jalen Green a chance. Like he's still developing, he's still young, he has time, and I think that he would have been better in the future than what he is now because that's just how growth works. Like, let's look at Kobe his first 2 years. Not that great. Like we look at some other NBA prospects who flourished and done well. Their first two, three, four, hell, even 5 years was okay at best. KD is nice, respect him. I just don't think this is the best move.
So I just view it, I just view it complete opposite. The way I view it is like, the issue that we have, issue with when it comes to the Lakers and the issue that we have with Bron, we always been asking like, bro, like who's next up? Like,
Hmm.
what's the game plan? What's the game plan after Bron leaves? You know, and glad that we got Luca now, so we see, okay, this is where the future
Hmm.
around Luca. And then when you talk about, you look at the Rocket,
Hmm.
you talk about a team like the Mavs made that trade indicating, all right, we trying to win now.
Yeah.
And that's a team that won in 2011.
Hmm.
You look at the Rockets, let's just say they made that move for a win right now
Hmm.
situation. I don't really see them winning next season, but I give them two
Okay.
years, maybe. I give them 2 years, but it's like that's a team that haven't won since 94, 95.
Yeah.
So it's like you had your run with James Harden, MVP,
Hmm.
Chris Paul on the team. Almost had it. Chris Paul got injured. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That could have changed a lot in basketball if Chris Paul never get injured.
Hmm. That's true.
Excuse me. So I'm not mad at the right now decision. And you still keep a good piece of your young core. Of course, Jalen Green is one of them. Sengun is the all-star.
That's true.
Sengun is the all-star. And then you have Thompson, who's another young, and he was on the all defensive team. First team, I think,
Hmm.
if I'm not mistaken. First team.
Hmm.
Um, Jalen Green, he didn't show up. He didn't show up in the playoffs. That's unfortunate. You said they didn't give him enough time. I disagree.
He had
I
three
disagree.
years. Come
This the
on.
this is the way. Look,
I'm
and
I'm gonna kick my
I only
3-year-old
dis
out the house because they can't walk good like me. Come on.
I only disagree because that's the way basketball is now. That's the way motherfuckers
That's
have
true.
made it.
That's true. That's
It's the way
true.
motherfuckers have made it. It wouldn't be an issue similar to like the issue with Aiden. Aiden
Mm.
was the number one pick. Luca
Yeah.
is in that draft. Trey Young is in that draft.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Cade Cunningham, same draft as Jalen Green.
Hmm.
I'm not telling you to be the superstar, but you got to show up. You have to show up. Both of y'all was in the same predicament. Y'all team wasn't in the playoffs the year before. You got the team to the playoffs.
Hmm.
Y'all pretty much was the main guy on your team. So I I don't I don't like doing it, but at the same time, it is what it is. You got to show up when you in these moments. You got to show up, and I think, and this is why, of course, they got to develop. I want these young athletes to develop into great players, but that's why it's like it's hard to judge today's basketball. We look at it in a different lens. We got
Yeah.
motherfuckers like, bro, like our time, bro. You got my Braun coming in automatic, KD coming in automatic, Russ coming in automatic, Chris Paul coming in automatic. Of course, they still had time to develop, but they motherfuckers was
Yeah.
at least all star at second, third year and haven't looked back since. Came in
Yeah,
ready to
but Harden
shoot.
played 9 seasons and never showed up in the playoffs.
That's a different issue. That's a totally different. That's a totally different issue. But but James Harden, we know is the one. He's top 75. We know you can't compare that. He's like the even though who I'm about to say got rings, Peyton Manning. That
Mhm.
motherfucker was a motherfucker in regular season. But he
Yeah,
had Tom Brady on that side too.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, but I mean, but um, but I don't think we give I don't think we give KD his flowers like we supposed to. Like I don't look at KD going to any team. And I disagree with what you said. Is like I don't look at if Brooklyn overall failed, but it ain't on KD.
He was
KD,
part of it.
KD, KD
You part of the
towing
team.
KD towing on the line. KD towing on the line. We have a totally different conversation. Honestly,
They still don't
KD,
get the chip, but they do.
he
But
may
they do go
not.
to the next round.
He may
Yeah,
not. He not. But and I'm on the other side of things. I think KD don't have nothing to prove. I'm on the other
I don't
side of
think he got nothing to
things.
prove neither. I don't.
So
I really. I don't got nothing to
so it's
prove
like
neither.
why is the pressure on KD?
I
We
don't
know
think there should
KD
be any.
we know KD coming over here, and that's the thing too. That's we don't we don't look at Chris Paul like that. Chris Paul ain't even win a chip, but we give Chris Paul credit. Be like, oh, if he goes to a team, winning percentage gonna go up.
Hmm.
He ain't never win no chip. We go to
Yeah,
KD. He get eliminated in the playoffs, maybe farther than Chris Paul.
yeah.
It's a failure. Like that just speaks to the greatness. I mean, that's it. That's it.
I mean,
I don't
and it's
consider it
like,
because Kyrie got injured. Like that's major. Kyrie is a
but you
major
still got to
player.
show up.
He did. He did. He gave what a
Sometimes your best ain't
49
enough.
point triple double.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, he did.
people was like when Kyrie go down, oh, what he gonna do? He showed up with a 49 point triple double. Triple double. KD don't pass like that. KD don't
No,
pass like that.
that's true.
And then when you talk about Phoenix, we seen last season that they started off hot.
They were 8
KD got
0.
hurt. KD got hurt.
Hmm.
See what happened ever since. But I don't put that on KD. KD did what he's supposed to do. He was efficient. The system itself was all fucked up over there. Three main elite scorers. We know what I mean. And
Hmm.
I don't like. I might. I might be getting an excuse, but nigga, that's not a good team. Like
And
anybody can say that's not a good team. You know what I'm
but
saying?
but this is my thing with it though, because it's like I think you are very valid saying that we don't give KD the credit he deserves. I think that that's very valid. I don't think a lot of people do give KD the credit he deserves. And I hate to cut you off with it because you were making very valid points. But this is just the part where I disagree though, is where KD gets too much. Um, it's a team game. Okay, it's a team game. But we can't say it's a team game and then look at KD and be like, well, KD did his part. No, you part of the team. The team lose, you lose. The team fail, we fail. Did KD play a big part in all these things? That's different. But you're still part of the team. And it's also just being completely transparent. I don't think, like what you said, and I agree, KD doesn't have anything to prove. He doesn't. He's got 2 chips. He's been MVP, one of the best scorers this league has ever seen, despite what Paul Pierce said. Um, but it's one of those things where it's like when you are that good, A system is going to rely on you. And I don't think Ime
That's a bad
Udoka
system.
is good.
That's a bad
But,
system.
but that's how some systems work though. Like
That's
I
a
don't think
bad
Ime
system.
Udoka is gonna be like, all right, fellas, KD done got shit to prove. Y'all do. I don't think he's gonna say that. Management's not gonna say that. The GM not gonna say that. The owner not gonna say that. The governor not gonna say that. It's oh shit, you're Kevin fucking Durant. Go out there and ball and make sure that ball, make sure that hooping you doing leads us to the promised land. I agree with you that that's not fair, but that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. I was gonna say that. That's a if you gotta rely, of course, when you talk about generational players, you wanna revolve your system around them somehow. But your system, no matter who's input in that position, should work. So if your system doesn't work because of one player, then it's not a good system. Like outside of sports, franchises don't succeed because of one owner. A lot
That's
of these
true.
owners are different, but the
That's
system
true.
allow these franchises to survive.
Hmm.
We didn't go and when you talk about middle school basketball, we didn't go to our third championship in a row because of a player, but because no, we
Yeah.
lost a lot of our players.
Yeah.
We had a system in place to allow these players to grow, to develop, and be, utilize their potential the best way they can. So it's like if your system rely on one person, you're doing a bad job as a coach. That's on you. That is
Yeah.
not on the player. But when you talk about like, and if you gotta rely on, yeah, once again, it's the coach. Because if you gotta rely on that player, if you think your team, that's when it goes back to my mentality, just being a team player and everything like that. Yes, you may be the best player on the team, but we don't necessarily gotta rely on you. I can still get off, like pause. You know what I'm saying? I can still get my shots off. I can still do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But yes, you're gonna get your you're gonna get your buckets too. And I think with KD, he's the ultimate hooper. But I also think, even when I talk about Kobe, just like the ultimate professional basketball player. Like, yes, KD he's been on several teams now, and he's proved that he
Yeah.
could play. He's proved that he could play in different systems. He's a four-time Olympic gold medalist. He can
Hmm.
play in a system. Like
Absolutely.
that's like he's the ultimate professional basketball player. So any team, I don't care if it was the weakest team, he could have went to Charlotte. He was gonna figure it out. Like, yeah, all right, we here now. Like he don't want to be there, but I'm here now, and we're gonna figure this shit out. I think that's
Yeah.
the type of player KD is. All right, it don't matter who the team is. He's not gonna come in and disrupt what y'all got going on. Like, let him know what what he needs to do, what y'all brought him here for, and he's gonna deliver. I don't think with the teams that I've seen, he's gonna he's gonna get his, but it's like I never see him get in anyone's way. And because
No, he don't.
KD, and because of my fault, because he's KD, it's
Hmm.
like it's he has no choice but to you have no choice but to rely on him for the last shot. That's KD. He's proven.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's proven.
Yeah.
So that's why you rely on him for the last shot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at even if KD has only 3 to 4 years left. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I ain't mad at decision. We'll win one within these 3 to 4 years. We'll win
They
one.
said that in Brooklyn.
But
They
that's a
said
better
that in
chance.
Phoenix.
Which situation is better?
Brooklyn or
So
Phoenix?
when you no, like all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you look at the team, like look at the teams constructed.
Mm-hmm.
The team that he had in Brooklyn, team he had in Phoenix, both years, and this
Mm-hmm.
team right here.
Mm-hmm.
What team is real like really look at the team constructed and what team you think is best suited for KD?
It was Brooklyn.
Nah,
It
I
was
disagree.
Brooklyn.
Bro, the way this Rockets team is set up right now,
But
And
yes, the way this Rockets
Brooklyn,
team is set up right now.
Brooklyn wasn't really doing nothing. Brooklyn had to bring in the stars.
Yeah,
Houston is already a playoff contending team, a championship contending. They was a second seed.
they're not a championship contending team.
They
They're a
was a
playoff
second
contending team.
seed.
Yes, but we saw Utah was number one and they lost in the first
With
round
KD
multiple
now,
times.
they are though. I ain't saying they're gonna win, but with KD now, they are.
But I love KD, but it's just not like that no more. It's not
It
because it's like
is.
it's
How can you say it's
not.
not like that? You
You
see KD?
yes, wonderful,
Nah, you ain't.
cool. And I
What
see
what what
and there'd
ticket
be
said
bad
you ain't
bitches on
watching the games,
Instagram. What can
P?
they do?
What
KD is just
ticket
a
said?
bad bitch on Instagram. Fat ass, nice titties, pretty face. But put her in the military, she ain't gonna do shit but be a bad shawty with a gun.
You gonna get in that bitch and figure that shit out. You gonna come out with bodies. That's KD. Put some respect on it.
God. Look,
That's KD.
this
Still
is what I'm
KD.
saying. I respect Kevin Durant. I can acknowledge his greatness. This is where I'm saying though. You gave away a player who's 23, who's the best scorer of players under the age of 25, who still had time to develop, who still was growing and learning. You gave away Dylan Brooks, who was your best defender. He was your best perimeter defender at the least. He was your dog who helped inspire other dogs such as Amin Thompson. You gave away those small pieces that helped you win in the regular season just for Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, who's 37 years old, who is injury prone. And yes, he can go get me 25 a game, but that 25 a game is not going to do good when he only plays 30 games, 35 games, at the most 42 games. Yes, we will probably be the third seed. I actually do have them as the third seed in the West this season. They will be the third seed in the West. But if we're just the top five seed every year for the next 4 years, was it worth it? I don't think so. Just because we signed Kevin Durant, cool, yeah. But we do have other stars who will grow, such as Şengün, Amin Thompson, Jabari Smith Jr. But let's also look at them now currently. I'll be forgetting Jabari Smith Jr. on the team. He's not a bad player, but same the issue I have like with DeAndre Ayton. You're not a bad player. You don't show up a lot. You don't. Does he hurt the team? Not really. But is he this big help? No. Amin Thompson still needs to get a consistent jumper. Yes, he is absolutely like your young dog on the team who's going to go guard 1 through 5 if you really would let him, but he still needs to be a consistent shooter. So you can't rely on him like a KD, of course. Then you look at the rest of that team. Fred Van Vliet. Van Vliet just a vet now. I hate to say it, he is. He gonna make about 3, 4 threes a game. But other than that, he's not gonna be super impactful neither. Then you trade a Cam Whitmore, who could come fill in that spot for Van Vliet, especially if he's not having a good night. You let that go. You did bring back Clint Capella, but what the fuck is Clint Capella about to do? Because you probably not gonna play him that much because you just signed Steven Adams to an extension. So yes, you have the pieces, but what good are they if you're not gonna make them work? And I don't think that they're gonna make these pieces work. Yes, you have Kevin Durant, the fine cut of steak that's beautiful. 16-ounce steak, wonderful, awesome. And we got the seasoning to season it up, and we got Chef Ime Udoka up in there about to make us a wonderful meal. Oh, what are the sides? Oh, graham crackers, but they Ritz crackers, so they good, they fresh. We got a banana, but you know banana is good for you with vitamin B and vitamin C and all the antioxidants. And we got a jar of apples. What we gonna do with the apples? I don't know, but they Granny Smith apples, my nigga. They good. What meal are we about to make with this? Other than the steak being good, why the fuck I got a fruit basket over here? That's what this is right now. You traded your future for a short-term victory, and we have seen in the past 10 years with sports that it doesn't work anymore. That's my issue. I love Kevin Durant. I respect Kevin Durant. Should have stayed your ass in Phoenix, or you should have went to the Spurs. I think the Spurs have been a better move.
30 shit. 30 whatever. year old KD is still top 15 in the league.
That's
I'm
valid.
making I'm
That's
making
valid.
that deal too. I'm sorry. I'm making that deal too. The way I see it, I'm not look at it this way, right? I'm not saying
Mm-hmm.
this is how they looked at it, but look at it as a talent scout, right? You know, people go to these high school, people go to these college, recruit these players, scout these players, and they see something in these players that a lot of other people don't see, and it end up working out. Jerry West had an eye on him.
That's true.
He seen whatever motherfuckers didn't see in Kobe
That's
as a
true.
high school players that motherfuckers ain't see,
That's
right?
true.
Once again, I'm not mad at the trade because you still have a young core. You talk about
But
you
we
talk
see
about
they don't
Jalen,
keep young cores like that no
but
more.
pay
Not
attention. But
everybody's
why? But
OKC
why can't they have?
Orlando.
Why can't they have the same formula as I don't know their pick situation, but why can't they have?
Hmm.
We don't never know. They might not. They might have assets over there too
That's true.
down the
That's
road
true.
that they can start trading and make deals, make moves, and everything like that. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there because that could be a possibility.
Hmm.
Bring up Jalen Green. Okay, boom. He's a young star on the rising. What is this? Is what, fourth year? This
Hmm.
is his fourth year, right? Fourth or fifth year?
Yes. He got drafted in
Um,
2021.
2021. Yeah. So fourth year. All right, boom. We may only wanted you 8 years here anyway.
Hmm.
Let's go get KD for these 4 years, a better score, established score. We see that he not slowing down. So on the scoring part, we got that figured out times two. On the Dylan Brooks part, on the defensive side, bam, we got Amen. He emerged as a first team all defensive player. So we ain't got
Hmm.
to worry about that. But in case we do, let's go ahead and bring in Finney Smith.
What the fuck is he gonna do?
Defensive side of the ball. And
Someone gotta
he
score.
act like he can't give you 2, 3 threes a game.
6 points a game.
Well, you
What
got
the hell am I doing with
KD.
6 points? What the hell am
You
I gonna do
got
with 6 points
KD.
a
You
game?
got KD. You got Sengun. You got Sengun, who is a 20,
But you're
20 point
proving my
average
point.
player.
But you're proving my point of KD. We can't keep relying on KD. KD is
And you
37 years old,
and another
coming
thing,
off
and
of an
another thing,
ACL injury.
and another
Yeah,
thing,
he is
you done
old.
disrespected.
Dorian Finney-Smith ain't gonna do shit.
You done
Dorian
disrespect.
Finney-Smith is not Bobby Portis, who can go get you 15 a night. He's not Tobias Harris, who can go get you 18 a night. He's not this good two-way player, and I hate it when the Lakers had him
No
too.
one's no one
Dorian
said he was a
Finney-Smith
good
ain't
two-way
shit.
player. No one said he was a good two-way player.
Shout out to ESPN.
Not everybody has to score. Not everybody has to score. I just have to stop
Somebody
you.
has
I just
to.
have to stop you from scoring. If you can't score in
Someone
this
has
paint,
to score.
if no, listen to what I'm saying. I don't have to score a lot. I just have
Oh
to
my
stop you
God.
from scoring. You keep throwing about scoring. You have KD on your
You
team. You
have
have Sengun.
to.
You have Sengun, who's a 20-point average scorer. You have
Oh, so I got
Amen coming.
Sengun and
You have
KD.
Amen coming
Perfect.
to going to be a star in this league, and he plays defense.
Sengun
You
has the
have Steven
potential to be
Adams
a
back
star.
there. You
Right
have
now,
Steven Adams,
he's Sabonis right now.
and you have a veteran guard. Put some respect on Fred VanVleet.
He ain't shit
Veteran guard.
neither. What did he do last
He's a
season?
veteran guard. He plays his role. This is what I'm talking about.
Okay,
You
cool.
play your role.
He's
You
a
play your
veteran
role to what
guard.
you're gonna play your
Wonderful.
role.
He's the equivalent of an
Why
old nigga in the wheelchair who
if
got
we
good
dis if
advice.
we disrespected Fred, ain't no need for Chris Paul to get signed up.
Did Chris Paul go and retire now? Fuck it. You
He
had a
might
great
as well
career.
get signed up. If you can't play your role how you play your role, they was number two
Fred
for a
VanVleet is
reason.
gonna have that one game this
They
season where
was
he
number
get
two for
30,
a
and then we
reason.
gonna forget he on the roster.
If we was number two without KD,
Mm-hmm.
if KD come in and we stay at number two or higher, if he do get hurt, if we do get KD for 60 games,
You're
isn't
not getting
it
him for 60
isn't
games.
it isn't it already the expectation that we are a number two seed without him?
The expectation is there, is cool, is wonderful. Let's look at the reality of it. You need, like I said, you need to
Yeah, I mean, you
score.
got
You can't
KD.
keep relying on KD, but you proved my point by saying, but we got KD. But you
Who was
also
they
agreed that
Who
we
was they
can't keep
relying
relying
on
on
last season?
KD.
Who was they relying on last season? Who were they relying on last season to make them number
Jalen
two?
Green, Dylan Brooks, Van Vliet for some fucking reason. What you
Now
call it?
some fucking reason. You named them. You ain't have to name them. You ain't have to
Yes,
name them.
for some fucking
You
reason. I
didn't have
don't
to
know
name them.
why.
So you
Because they
know
had
he
no
was
choice.
impactful.
Because you
You know he was helpful for the team. And you not even just how we was looking at
off the
Dylan, just
bench.
how we looking at
Because now
Dillinger
you
and
got to start him.
Timberwolves.
He was helpful off the bench.
You
Now
ain't
you
even
got to
playing
start him.
Reed.
You
Jabari gonna
should
come into
have.
himself. You still
Jabari,
got Tate over
but
there.
when is Jabari gonna
Decent.
come into himself? Year 12? Year 9? Look at what happened with Kaminga.
Oh, he just ain't get the opportunity. Kaminga is a whole different story. Kaminga
Okay,
just
that's
ain't
fair.
get the
That's fair.
opportunity.
That's fair.
Steve Kerr ain't. I don't know.
That's
That's when
that's fair.
that's when the politics come into play.
That's fair. But then you but you're saying let Jabari come into his own. Why couldn't we have did that for Jalen Green?
Jabari has been productive. Jalen Green's ceiling should be higher than Jabari. That's one thing.
It should. It should.
Jalen
Yes,
Green's
it
ceiling
should.
is higher than Jabari. What we expected from Jalen Green, we seen it a little. We've seen it more. We seen it more last season than we see this past season.
That's true.
That's my opinion. We
I agree
seen
with
the
that. I can
potential
agree with that.
the season before last than this past season. And I said it before the season started. Rockets were my sleeper team because I expected Jalen Green to become a superstar. I said that. I had high
Hmm.
hopes. I still do. I still have high hopes for Jalen Green. I just don't know. It's probably even worse that he went over to Phoenix. That's probably the worst
I agree with
situation
that too.
he can get into
You
over
think
there.
you think he gonna get bought out?
I would hope so.
I would hope so too.
I would hope so. But the shit I sent, and I need to, even though that's a credible site, that page that I sent it from, I need to check that because I haven't seen no notification about that, about
Okay.
the Devin Booker um extension. I haven't really got anything about that, but I've seen it on that
Me
page.
neither.
But that's the only page that I've seen it on, even though they usually good with what they post. But I need to
That's
double
true.
check. So
That's true.
but I hope he get brought out because
I
that's
hope so too. Because
that's once
Philly.
again that's a star that needs to be like. I ain't gonna even lie to you. If he went to this is a bad team, but
Hmm.
if he went to Charlotte
Hmm.
with LaMelo down there and them two,
And Brandon
they'll
Miller.
they'll turn that bitch up.
I like him in Charlotte. Realistically,
They'll turn that
Him,
bitch up.
LaMelo, and Brandon Miller. That's a nice three right there. That at least at best you the eighth seed. At worst you the 10th. You playing the play in.
They'll turn. They'll turn. They'll at least be playing
They'll at
for
least be a
sure.
playing team. They will at
For
least be a
sure.
playing team.
For sure. Yeah. But yeah.
But I
Nah.
say I
But
respect KD. They won't get a chip out of it. Will they still be a playoff team? Yes, they will.
I still have them top three.
That's cool. I got them top three too. I said they would be the third seed at the end of next season. I still got them top
Uh,
three. It's gonna be them, OKC, and Dallas. That's who I got.
all right. So stay on that. Top five in the let's go East. Top five East. After
Top
all the
five.
trades that are made happen, who we got top five?
Cavs. This isn't in any order. Cavs, Magic, Knicks, um, mm, um, I was gonna say them. Okay, I was gonna say Memphis, but I don't know why. I think Memphis should be in the East, especially if they expand. But those three teams, I will also say, I'm gonna give it to the Hawks. I think the Hawks deserve some respect. They deserve some credit. They deserve some love because Trey Young is the Isaiah Thomas of this age. Very good guard, but he gets slept on. Um, and for that fifth spot, I'm gonna still give it to Milwaukee. I'm only doing it right now just because Giannis will play this season for them. It's just the future's uncertain. But I want to say the Pacers, but you lost Hallie and Miles Turner left. If Miles Turner wouldn't have hadn't left, they would have been my pick. I would have said five. Because I think that
Got you.
they can find a way to still win without Halliburton, but you lost your anchor in the paint and you lost your point guard. That's gonna be kind of tough to work out. But best of luck to him in all seriousness.
Your sleeper for the East.
Sleeper for the East. Hmm. I never thought I would say this. I'm going with Boston.
That's fun.
I never thought I would say that.
Gotcha.
I
Why
think they're
Boston?
gonna because
Why Boston?
I think Boston is gonna end up pulling a mix of being Indiana and Dallas Luca's last year. Like you're gonna go against teams who don't who are gonna underestimate you, as well as the lack of what you have right now is gonna make you play even harder.
Respect. East for me. Cavs, Orlando, Knicks, Hawks, and Detroit.
I should have said Detroit. I take out Bucks and I put Detroit. My bad. Sorry, Giannis. I love you, but I'm going Detroit.
I got Detroit. Sleeper for the East. I'm gonna go either right now. I'm going either Raptors or the Wizards. They got a lot of vets over there.
I
But
think the Raptors is valid.
if they figure that out, they'll be at least a 7 to 10 seed.
That's valid.
Yeah, that's my sleeper.
That's
Uh,
valid.
top five in the West.
Dallas, Rockets, Thunder, Clippers, and hmm. My heart want to say the Warriors because I feel like they can do something, but the Kuminga
But they
situation
haven't
got
done
me
shit
now.
yet, so you
But
can't
they
say they're
haven't
gonna
done
do.
shit yet. They ain't gonna do nothing. Well, sorry, Polo. Hopefully, y'all do something. Um, I'm gonna give it. This may be a hot take. I'm giving it to the Spurs because I don't got a lot of faith in us right now. Because I'm sorry, I don't. It's okay if you say us. I'm not mad at it. Timberwolves, I don't know. It just something just don't feel right over there. Memphis, same thing. Nuggets, same thing. Um, Pelicans, no faith at all. Zion and Jordan Poole gonna have a wonderful time with the New Orleans baddies. Um, uh, Sac, the beam ain't gonna be lit no more. I'm sorry. Heard that I can't say it no more. Um, just those are my five. I just right now, those are my five. But
Put it.
if I were to say a sleeper, I want to be biased and pick us. But a sleeper out the West, I'm gonna give it to what's it called? I'll give it to the Nuggets. I'll give it to the Nuggets.
Top five. Thunder. Uh, Thunder. Rockets. I'm going Nuggets top five.
Okay, that's fair.
Um, that Cam Johnson is trade is big. You take the champions to 7 games and then you add Cam. Okay, let's get it. So
Valid.
I got Nuggets top five. Uh, Mavs and the fifth one. Yeah, the fifth one I give it to the Clippers. I give Clippers top five. Sleeper. I don't consider Spurs as a sleeper. I think they will be 6 through 8. Um, West Wesley. I'm gonna say the Pelicans.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the Pelicans sleeper. I like the guy that they picked up from the Hawks. Ricky Gary McQueen. I like
Yeah,
him. I like him
I
as a
like him
player.
too. I
I
like
like
him
him as
too.
once again, all of these is just hopes. Hope Zion come back healthy. Anytime Zion is
Yeah.
playing, he's just like Kawhi. Like it's like you can't deny his talent when he's playing. Um, the rookie that the other rookie they just signed, Jeremiah Fears. I seen people talking
Mm,
about him, and I went back and checked his tape out, and he's a pretty good player.
yeah.
So him, Jordan Poole, depending on what role he play. I mean DC.
Hmm.
I don't know. New Orleans, I haven't been. That's on the bucket list too, just like Houston. I heard that culture is different though, so
That's true.
he might go there and that John Wild and just like Zion. So I don't know, but
Yeah.
talent wise, I respect it. I'm gonna say
Hmm.
Pelicans is my sleeper. Excuse me. So yep, that's all I got. Anything to close that out?
Um, I did have one thing besides Charlotte. I mean, not Charlotte, but Drew Holiday. Do you think he'll be bought out? Because it happened before.
Yeah, yeah. I'm about to say you traded him to the Trailblazers before. I think he will. I think with Drew Holiday, he's a vet, so he can't.
Yeah.
Ace Bailey can't do what Drew Holiday would potentially do. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
just get in the league, your foot ain't wet yet. Like you got to be a
Hmm.
little bit established. What Drew Holiday established and him wanted to be brought out before. Yes, and you already it's already reported that you were disappointed in that trade to start with. So if I'm not happy of being traded here, why would I want to play, especially at this stage in my career?
Yeah.
So I think
Two-time champ.
yeah, like I respect the Chauncey still down there, but um, at this point, it's like, nah, I can't do it. Especially if we're not really gonna contend. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
you get them a couple more years, but right now, nah, buy me out.
I I just hope they don't John Wall him, where it's like it's mutual.
It's like for a sports fan, it's like that's fucked up. But for an individual, you like, fuck it. I'm still getting
Yeah.
paid. I'm with my family. Yes, I do want to hoop, but
Hmm.
as long as you pay me my money, it's
Yeah.
whatever. It's whatever. Cause boy, he came up in Houston, boy. He
Yeah.
came up. Shout out to Wall, bro. That's why you top
Yeah.
five on my list, boy. That's why you top five on my list. Shout out to Wall. Get that buddy, man.
Hell
Get
yeah.
that buddy.
Because the amount that he was guaranteed from Houston was perfect for him. Like, this is amazing for you. You don't gotta do nothing. Side note, John Wall go to the big three.
I like it. I like it. Go to yeah. I campaign for that. I campaign for that. Go to the big three, Wall.
Hmm.
Go to the big three. Yeah, you still want to hoop. You still got dogs down there like Lance
Yep.
Stevenson, Mike Beasley, Joe Johnson. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Go in there and hoop. Nah,
Yep.
I stand by that. I stand by that. We can go ahead and move on to the last segment of this episode, reaching or teaching. Um,
All right.
so my man Paul Pierce, he had a couple things to say. I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip. I'm not gonna play all of it, but I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip and y'all can listen to what he had to say.
Best pure scorer ever in the history of the game. Because I was pretty equipped. When I think about it, I'm just saying like
Could you pull up from the elbow?
I need to be in this conversation.
Could you pull up from the elbow?
I
Could
got
you
all
knock
that.
down the three?
All that.
Could you back him
3-point
down?
contest
Could you
champ.
turn around?
All of that. Post up.
Could you dunk?
All of that.
Okay.
I was shooting. I must have been one of the most equipped. Look, here we go. Boom. Who's this? I'm to the rack.
Okay.
3 people.
Well,
get
I got
that.
sure a Laker highlight, but I get
Yeah,
it.
look. Oh, let me see. Go over your head.
Oh, that's
Come
pretty.
on.
Yeah, that's
This is
pretty.
3. This is equipped. Oh, you want game winners? Wop, wop, wop. Here we go. Like, I'm trying to figure out
What was
what.
your efficiency?
Yeah, like, I think, when he talking about his efficiency, because I shot more bad.
I'll stop it right there. I'll stop it right there. My man Paul said he has to be in those conversations. He's the greatest pure scorer in the history of the NBA. My brother Aaron.
Yes, sir.
Is Paul Pierce reaching or teaching with the statement?
He's reaching, but I will say this. Early Paul Pierce was nasty.
There's some respect on it.
Like low post game, the high post, mid range, finishing at the basket, dunking on people. His early career, yeah, he was like that. It was later in the career when he just fell in love with shooting the ball. If he would have more of an argument if he had the same play style as he got older as he did when he was younger.
Oh, that's a fact. I don't know what he had now on the list. People forget when he retired, he was top 10 in 3-point.
Yeah.
I think he was 6, if I'm not mistaken, like top
6 or
6
7
when he retired. So I think he, of course, James Harden up there now, Klay Thompson up there, David Litter up there. So he moved further than the list. But when he retired, he was top 10.
Yeah. Him in DC.
Yeah. People that's why it's so funny, because I feel like Paul Pierce is an algorithm person now. Like, he wants to say stuff so he can go viral sometimes. Like him and KG podcast, when they record, it's the funniest shit ever. Like, that's the best duo when it comes to that shit. Like, that shit be funny. KG be so passionate about everything that he talking about. Like, bro, it'd be hilarious. But I think Paul Pierce, because he doing like he got other podcasts, is late night shit, him talking crazy on that joint. So I think he say things, but you know what I'm saying, to get people attention. But I respect it. Yeah. I respect it. Like, talk your shit, Paul. Like, don't. And I won't go into it. We could probably talk about it another time. But I will say this because of the conversation that been happening around the basketball world. When they talk about, first it started with Kobe Tracy, that debate or whatever. Only thing I would say is, way basketball conversations happening now, it's worse than Black History. Y'all worse than these white folks. Y'all keep rewriting history, bro. Like, what are we doing? No, you laughing, bro. But what are we doing, bro? These basketball conversations feel like Black History.
Yeah.
My fault. It feel like Black.
No, you're good.
Man, bro, it feel like Black History, bro. Y'all keep rewriting history, bro. Like, when I ain't gonna get into it. I'm gonna stick on the conversation. But Paul Pierce, talk your shit. Don't let these motherfuckers tell you otherwise. You were one of them. You reaching. I don't consider you the greatest, but you were one of them, bro. Like, talk your shit, Paul Pierce. Like, Paul Pierce is like what Jokic is for big men, is Paul Pierce is with forwards. The most athletic, unathletic motherfucker. Like, like, his high school dunk contest says it all. Yeah. That shit was horrible. That shit was horrible. But who would ever thought that guy will punch on you anytime?
No, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
he came out of nowhere with it.
He had all that. Like, he was one of them. Like, you got to put respect on it. Even as a Laker fan, you got to respect what he did for the franchise and everything like that. But you reaching, my guy. You
Yeah.
reaching my guy. But it's a lot of it's a lot of peer scorers out there that may not get the credit. You know what I'm saying? Because we only really talk about 5 of them all the time. But it's a lot of peer
Yeah.
scorers out there that really don't get the credit like they deserve. But Paul Pierce is definitely one of them. So you reaching
It's
my
true.
guy, but you were definitely him. So I ain't mad at you.
I agree.
I ain't mad at you at all, bro. You
This was
talk
just
your
one of
shit.
those where you just gotta sit back and be like, I hear what he's saying.
Yeah, bro. Like you can't really say shit like you're right, but it's like shut the fuck up. Like it's one of it's one of those times you chilling with your boys, you know what I'm saying? Y'all out or y'all just chilling in the crib or some drinks or whatever y'all doing to have a good time and y'all just start telling old stories and your boy put a little much on it
Yeah.
when you was there. When you like,
Yep.
bro, like you put too much sauce on it. Like, calm down. Like, yeah, you was doing that. You was that, but I was there too, and I remember. Like,
Yes.
relax on the story. That what Paul Pierce feel like. It's like, bro, all right, bro, you putting too much on it. But you right though. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you was that back in the day. Like,
You was a
that.
problem, but were you the problem? All
You
right
a problem.
now.
You was, that's a fact. He said, I ain't called glass. I called gang. Nigga. Fuck you talking about, nigga? I call
He need to
gang.
put
I
that on
don't
his
call
shirt.
glass. I call gang. Shout out to Paul Pierce, man. The truth, man. Got the nickname for a reason, man. But that's
I
all I
don't
got.
call
That's all
glass
I got for
door.
this
I don't
episode,
call
man.
glass. I
I
call
don't call
game. That
glass.
should
I
be the name
call
of the
gang.
episode. That's the name of the
You already,
episode.
I already named it. It's named already. It's named already. Yes, sir. Shout out to the truth, man. But that's all I got for this episode. You got anything? Um, anything left?
Um, hmm. Y'all want to say something crazy or something nice? I don't know. I'm just gonna say something nice.
And
Think,
I would say I didn't touch on it or I didn't bring it up because I haven't watched any of it. But I didn't bring up any summer league talk because I haven't watched any of it. I seen highlights and I hate just talking about highlights.
yeah,
So I didn't want to bring that up if people want to talk about it, but I haven't watched any, so that's why I didn't bring it up.
valid. Just keep watching the show, y'all. That's all I got.
No, that's a fact, yo. We always appreciate the support that we get. Continue to support us, continue to share the content, continue to give us feedback, comment on the posts, comment on the videos, leave a review on the platforms, the streaming platforms. Um, you know, continue to do what you do, and we always appreciate the support that we get. But do I have any shout outs that I need to give out? Nah, not really. If any of the players, middle school, high school, you may be watching this, you may be listening to this, be ready to work. It's about that time.
Mhm.
Like, been out of school for a while. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, AAU been going on, but get ready to work. We got some, just know we coming. Like, pause. But got
We
some
like them
shit for
young
y'all.
boys.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
coming.
But just be ready. Be ready. Just be ready to work, man. Be ready to work. Shout out to everybody back home. Shout out to P. Shout out to Prince Over. Um, everybody continue to be great. Aaron, you got anything? Anybody want to shout out?
No. Um, Shout out to God. That's really all I got. Thank you for
Yeah.
another day. That's
Follow
really all I got.
Aaron and I let him name everybody that's a part of the new page, authentic nerds. Wait,
Authentic
authentic
blurs.
blurs. My
Blurs.
fault.
No, you
The
good.
authentic blurs. So make sure y'all go follow that page on IG. Go get him
Oh
a
yeah.
follow. I think y'all over 100 already.
Over 100 already. Page
Yeah,
been
shout
up
out to
barely a
y'all.
month. So
Yep, shout out to y'all there. So y'all go follow that page out. Once again, thank y'all for listening to us, always supporting us. Hope everyone had a good day, a good night, whatever time that you listen to this. But y'all stay blessed, y'all stay safe, and we out here.